has accused him of physically abusing her. An April 2018 article has called him a wife beater. Charles Villadesma.
They found. How did he just say the pieces of pieces? Pieces. In the bidding. And the man says that's a hardly fitting end to their relationship. Yeah. Somebody shit in the bed. Who the fuck? Who the fuck goes to Johnny Depp's house and fucking shits the bed? Fuck is this? You're the first one to get voted off the island. Who goes to Johnny Depp's house and shits in the bed? Although it's hilarious if you think about how they would have to figure out who won.
MyMuskokaCottages.com.
He also built them, and he's the tourist to he's got like his name every fucking car.
This report brought to you by AGMRenovations.com. Some heavy spots on the 401 construction, but also some collisions. If you're on the eastbound 401, there's a pair of them approaching the 427 in the express. The left lane is still blocked for the crash here. So it's heavy from south of Pearson to approaching the 427 express. It's very slow. And then approaching the 400 in the express. Two right lanes for the crash. So once you get past that first issue that's approaching the 427, jams up again from the 427 into both express and collector lanes to the 400, where those two right lanes are blocked in the express with this crash. And even though it's only a crash in the express, the collector lanes are still pretty heavy here as well. So it doesn't really matter which you choose. Collector lanes may be just a little bit lighter. If you're traveling the westbound 401, still waiting for this construction to come in through Kennedy and the collectors. So it looks like, I'm just switching over the camera now. They are starting to put the cones down. West 401 through Kennedy and the collectors jamming up because two right lanes are in the process of being blocked off right now. So you're reduced to just that single left lane through this construction zone. They've already closed the Kennedy ramps to West 401 as part of this. And then the only other westbound delay is west of Guelph Line, where we have two right lanes blocked with construction. So it's slow from Guelph Line to west of it, about a 4.5 kilometer backup. One more problem, northbound Don Valley Parkway approaching Lawrence. The right lane is blocked for the collision, crews on scene, and it's slow from north of Don Mills to approaching Lawrence. You'll also notice it's busy on the southbound DVP, south of Eglinton to the southbound Don Mills ramp. Don Mills is reduced to a single lane for construction, so it is backing things up onto the highway there. AGM can turn your bathroom into a beautiful space for just $2.90 a month. For a free video consultation, visit AGMRenovations.com. Your next report at 7:31, and with the forecast, we'll welcome aboard Carl Lamb.
What are you talking about? Is that a spaceship, Red?
The risk for showers and thunderstorms tonight here in the GTA as we fall to lows near 21 degrees. That chance will continue into Saturday. Don't be surprised if some rumbles of thunder and lightning wake you up in the middle of the night. Early Saturday, we are expecting to see some activity. And then through the day, keep your eyes to the skies. The core temperatures are going to be cooler, seasonal, more fresh for the weekend. Highs near 27 degrees tomorrow. And then sun and cloud on Sunday. Chance of showers, small chance of showers Sunday at this point. And highs near 25 degrees for Monday. We'll see more of a widespread rain. Doesn't look heavy, maybe about 5 to 10 millimeters. Highs near 24 degrees. Your overnight low tonight, 21.
Refuse to ventilate it. Oh no, it's cold out. I'd be letting my shit particles outside, and it would pollute my winter white
hour. We have breaking news tonight.
Fresh, spraying petroleum in the air is fresh.
Another taken to hospital with serious injuries. Police now confirming the deceased is notorious monster, 52-year-old Pat Mazzatano. He was shot 4 times last year, but survived that murder attempt. It happened in the Plains and King Road area. No arrest made. We will go to the scene. This is 680 News.
Louis Carnavelli here, president of Northern Financial Group. It's renewal time for your company health and dental plan, and rates are going up again. That is, unless you're in our pool plan with rates starting at $55 a month per employee. Our pool plans have thousands of members, which means more purchasing power, less risk, lower rates, ongoing lower rates. We can even match your current plan and lower your rates.
Getting fucked
Compare
over
your
here.
standalone plan to
Black.
our pool plan. Visit us at northernfinancial.ca and start saving today.
The big story. I'm your host, Jordan Heath Rawlings. We'll go deeper on the issues of the day. Listen at thebigstorypodcast.ca or wherever you get your podcasts. This is All News Radio 680 News. Man caught on video berating staff at the TNT supermarket in Mississauga could face charges. Police tell 680 News they would aim to go with the face.
Are being made to locate him. So
For
we
what
are
purpose?
encouraging the suspect and become aware that the police are actively looking for you.
What? So what?
Seek advice from legal counsel,
Why?
make arrangements
Why?
to speak to one of our investigators from London Division in
To
regards to this incident.
To speak to
The
and
man
what?
began yelling racist comments at the staff when
Which
they
is
asked him to
illegal.
put on a mask. He refused, claiming he has asthma. Police say they want to hear his side of the story before deciding to
By the
bring
way,
charges.
communism is not a race, you fucking retards.
Who tried to storm Serbia's parliament. It's the fourth night protest against the Balkan country president's increasingly authoritarian rule. Demonstrators
Every day
defying a
was
ban on mass
Tuesday
gatherings
Day.
amid a spike in virus
Every day was
infections through
Tuesday
bottles,
Day.
rocks, and flares at the police guarding the domed parliament building in central Belgrade and removed the metal fences in front of it. Coming up in 60 seconds, we'll wrap the week in the markets.
680 News Time, 725.
They made all sorts of racist remarks like communist virus and communist China. I hate to break it to you, those aren't racist. There might be horrible stereotypes, except 29 years later, the Communist Party of China is still the only political party of China.
Andy has joined the call.
Hey, sorry I'm late. Ooh, Johanna, is that an outdoor rug?
For a limited time, all outdoor rugs are 50% off.
Sorry, we
at Area
are
Rug
Canadian.
Shop. Showrooms
Oh,
now
okay.
open 7 days a week. Visit arearugshop.ca.
Well, you're
And more
an
local
Asian
community
business.
businesses
You
and
advertise
services
yourself as a
reopen, and
Chinese
with
store.
gatherings increased
Yes,
to
you
10
do.
people. We
Yes, you
must
do.
continue
So,
our efforts
it's
to
not that
protect each
far
other.
off to equate
Practice
Chinese
physical
culture with
distancing.
Chinese
Stay 2 meters
government with
apart.
Chinese
Wear a
country.
face
You
cover when
understand?
physical distancing
Still
is a
not
challenge,
racist.
and continue to wash hands frequently. Get tested if you're worried you may have COVID-19 or have been exposed to the virus. Inside or out, stay safe, save lives. Visit ontario.ca/coronavirus to learn more. Paid
$2.59.
for by the Government of Ontario. 680 News Time, 726.
Business Carl. Tesla continued to shift into high gear, locking in a fresh record close of about $1,500. The stock rose by 10.7% to $1,544.65 a share. And analysts say investors are betting that demand remains strong for the electric vehicle maker ahead of its second quarter results expected on July 22nd. The company also said it plans to hold its shareholder meeting and Battery Day event on September 22nd in person.
Baby, I'm sorry.
Tesla added to the Nasdaq's gains, which locked in its sixth record close in 7 days. It also rallied for a third day in a row, gaining 69 points to 10,617. As for the Dow, it rose by 1.4% or 369 points. S&P adding 1% or 32 points. As for the TSX, it was up by 145 points to 15,713. We got record-breaking jobs data for Canada. StatsCan says nearly 953,000 jobs were added in June, and the unemployment rate fell to 12.3% after hitting a record high of 13.7% in May. We'll get new estimates on the outlook from the Bank of Canada when it releases its quarterly monetary policy report on Wednesday. Canadian dollar fell by 0.06 cents, closing at 73.56 cents US. Gold finished higher for a fifth week in a row, but today it lost $1.90, finishing at $1,801, while oil rose by 2.4%, closing at $40.55 a barrel. At the business center,
Is there anything that will contrast with black? I don't
Maserati
fucking
Ontario
understand.
Auto Summer sales event is on now until July 31st. Lease
Can you
or
back up
purchase
on
an
top of
eligible
free?
2020 Maserati Levante or Ghibli and receive up to $7,500 to change your current lease. That's right. We'll cover up to 6 months of your current lease, no matter what you drive. That's a savings of up to $1,250 per month for 6 months. Plus, lease and finance rates start as low as 2.29%. Change is good. at MaseratiOfOntario.com or MaseratiOfOakville.com. Offer cannot be combined with any other Maserati offer. See dealer for details.
Today on Hey Culligan, the best things in life are free. Water tests. Let's go to Candace.
Hey, Culligan.
Chinese Canadians are fucked up.
Candace, let's meet just
They don't
test the
recognize
waters
so-called
Literally
traditional
test your
medicine,
water.
which is actually
here for free.
Free.
used from
Free,
Western.
Candace.
That's weird too.
In-home
'cause
water tests for free. So you know
Britain's
more
used to
about
it.
your water and
Anyway.
how to make it better with Culligan water. And Candace,
Yeah.
we're already on the way.
They don't take
Let us
that
help you
seriously.
out
They don't
with
take
free in-home
traditional
water
Chinese
tests with the
medicine
local
seriously.
Culligan
You say
water expert at
asthma,
Culligan.ca.
they hear weak lungs, inferior person.
Got your traffic, Christy?
You need to stop smoking opium. I don't smoke opium. Oh, you're only smoking cigarettes then. No, I don't smoke cigarettes. They don't hear anything different.
Reopened. It's still heavy from approaching Brock Road, northbound 400. No troubles as you head up into the Barrie area and beyond. With Cottage Country traffic on the 9s, I'm Christine Lagos.
They only started regulating
Muskoka Realtor Bob Clark has a stunning portfolio of luxury lakefront cottages in store for you this summer. Head to mymuskokacottages.com to connect with Bob and tour the cottage of your dreams. It is 7:30.
Number one for news in Toronto. This is 680 News.
Here are Scott Burnett and Christine Ritchie. Good evening. This is Friday, July 10th.
Here's what's making news right now. Gunfire in a Burlington parking lot in broad daylight. 2 people have been shot. 1 deceased male. Hamilton mobster Pat Musitano has been killed.
A 26-year-old man has been rushed to hospital following a brazen daylight shooting outside of the
Call them
Scarborough Town
Lusitano,
Center.
like
Police say
20
they've
years
now found the suspect vehicle.
This weekend promising some much-needed relief from the heat as thunderstorms are set to hit the GTA. Heads up at Vlore between the ages of 50 to 59. Toronto Public Health confirming that age group has the highest number of COVID-19 cases in the city.
The completion of the NHL season
Then when
seems
you
to be
just said
on the
makes more
horizon with a
sense.
brand new collective bargaining agreement, and the Blue Jays picking up
You don't
as
want
the
it to
summer
go
rolls
higher?
on.
Okay, but that still doesn't make sense because you're telling us that each age group only hangs out with its own age group, and that's not how the world works.
Close. Business at 56.
Oh, so you're warning them because why? They already have the highest rate. That makes a lot of
Time
sense.
now for traffic and weather together.
Oh, we're warning them.
Here's
They can
Hawking.
go back
This
down.
report brought to you by
Yeah, but those
680
people
News
don't
Gets
become
Answers.
unexacted
There are
dead.
still
People
2
don't
collisions
become
on the
dead.
eastbound 401. As you approach the 427 in the Express, the left lane is blocked for the crash, so it's really
Yeah,
jammed
you
up
guys are
south of
fucking
Pearson
boring, eh?
over to the 427 in the
3
Express
fucking
lane.
shootings. One of
And
them's
then
a well-known
the second
gangster.
problem is approaching the 400 in the
Survived,
Express, and
multiple
the
shooting
2 right
attempts,
lanes are blocked for the crash here.
You got shot 4 times
MTO has
last year.
just told me that that one cleared. They sometimes jump the gun on these, so I want to confirm for myself. And it has. Eastbound 401
It's-
approaching the 400
it's good
Express.
to have a
Problem
white guy
has
that
cleared.
thinks he-
So we're just dealing with that
They
one
told me they
problem
cleared it, but
approaching
they
the
jumped the gun on
427
these.
Express in the left lane. But once you get past that, it
Right,
is
then
slow
we're
from
going,
the
it's done, okay,
427
yeah. No,
to
it's not
approaching the
that.
400,
Right.
both Express and collectors. That should start to improve now that the crash that caused that jam up has cleared. You'll find the westbound 401 very slow through Kennedy in the collectors. 2 right lanes are blocked with construction. Only the left lane's open, so really jammed up here. You go from 3 lanes to 1. And the Kennedy ramps to West 401 closed. And then it's heavy from approaching Guelph Line to west of Guelph Line, where 2 right lanes are closed for construction. So again, you're into just that single left lane. In this area, it's about a 4.5 kilometer backup. One more problem, northbound Don Valley Parkway approaching Lawrence. The right lane blocked for the collision, as well as the end of the ramp lane here. And a delay from north of Don Mills to approaching Lawrence. You'll see the southbound DVP is slow as well from south of Eglinton to the southbound Don Mills ramp. It's because of single lane construction on Don Mills and that volume spilling back onto the highway. We had a collision at Kennedy and Shepherd, and that's now cleared. Never really caused a heavy delay in that area. Do you have questions about COVID-19? 680 News is working to get you the answers you need. Ask us anytime at 416-872-6800, and we'll work to get you the answer. Your next report at 7:41, and with the forecast, here's Carl Lamb.
Thanks, Kyle. And we're tracking these thunderstorms scattered in nature. We do have a little bit of rain headed over towards Ancaster and Hamilton right now. And also we're seeing some pretty steady rain in cottage country. So if you're headed up towards areas like Gravenhurst, you're going to be running through some of these showers at times. So just keep an eye out for that.
But there tell the girl she looks good in a mask.
Behind it, much needed.
You look good with your face covered up.
Out there, and we dropped down to
when I can't see all this right here, that's awesome.
Right now it's 31 and 30 at 680 news. Tonight's overnight low 21.
680 news time 7:33.
Breaking news from Burlington.
They're hiring Hindustani security guards just because they're Hindustani, which means British, TFWs. Because they don't know that Sikh is a religion. Again, communist is not a race. Sikh is not a nationality.
After 1 p.m., gunfire rang out in a parking lot
Stands
here
for
on
Gordon's
Plains Road East
guards
near
and
King Road.
British.
A body was found lying
Yeah,
in the
they're
middle of the
standing
lot
there
near a
doing
large
this.
black SUV.
He's got 15 fucking people lined up 1 foot apart inside the grocery store. What the fuck's the point of making them line up if they're
second male
to come into this store first? You must breathe in everybody's air.
We do have a third victim in hospital with undetermined injuries at this point. Residents in the area say different things about what happened here. One man tells me he heard 10 to 12 shots.
Same moron
This man
fucking
counted
wouldn't
fewer.
stop people from coming. I don't know what's so hard about entrance and exit doors. There's this real old
The
person,
shooter fled
real
the
old,
scene
incredibly
in
old,
Burlington,
small,
Douglas.
curled up
And
old.
turning to Scarborough
Looks
now,
like they're
where
having a
there
hard
is
time with each
another
step.
daylight shooting.
Every
This time
fucking
hitting
piece
a
of
man
shit
with
coming out the
serious
grocery store
injuries.
has to go.
680's Michelle Mackey
It's a
joins us
straight
live
line
now
to the
with
door.
reports
They have to
that
cut
shots were
around
fired
and go
just
out the
outside
indoor.
a busy shopping mall.
So this
Michelle.
person can't come, literally
Just
cannot
after
come
2
in.
p.m., a
people do
26-year-old man
this
was
shit.
shot outside the
Security guard's telling me to get out of the way of
Police
the door.
confirm
I'm
he is
holding
in
the door open.
serious but
So it's
not
automatic.
life-threatening condition in hospital.
Yeah, but you're not letting the fucking customer in the door, you
now
fucking
located a
retard.
suspect vehicle seen fleeing the area.
The vehicle is being held
Oh,
by
you're in a
police
rush
right
to
now,
leave
and
because
the
you
forensic
finished all your
investigation
shopping? You
unit
got
is
somewhere to
en
go?
route and will be conducted
You're fucking
by forensic
bad.
exhibits.
Go
We
out
don't
the
know how
outdoor,
many
stupid.
suspects there are this time, and again, we don't have description as of yet.
Can't read out?
And just
Go
after
in a
4
straight
Toronto
fucking
police
line.
responded to
It's
a
always the
second
way with
shooting home in the
exits.
area of Don Mills and Eglinton, where they found numerous bullet holes
You're
in
the
the
people
vehicle.
that get punched out and
Investigators are
thrown
looking for a
back
male
through the
suspect
doorway
driving
you
the
just
black
walked
SUV
through.
last
Oh,
seen
no, no,
eastbound
no, it's a
on
racist
Northport
thing in
Drive.
Toronto.
No
Yeah.
reported injuries or
And your
victims.
videos ever
Reporting
go nowhere?
live,
No.
I'm Michelle Mackey.
How many times has
680
that
News
been
on
done?
7:35.
Hey, Mark,
So
you don't
good
talk
news,
about
the
that,
end
do
of
you?
this oppressive
No, because
heat
you have
is
to get the
near.
impression
680
that you're
Madison
improving
Fitzpatrick
race
reporting
relations
live tonight on
while
what we
also
can
keeping
expect
the
this
ego
hot
under
flying event to
control,
move
right?
on
But you're not
Madison.
black, you're black
Yeah,
British.
Scott,
That's
the
a
sultry
second
heat has
cast
taken over the GTA
of
as temperatures stay above 30 degrees. But for those who
Well, you
enjoy
got two
more
ways to look at it.
seasonal
If they didn't
temperatures,
kill you, then
680's
you were
weather
not a
specialist
slave.
Denise
Because the
Andriachi
air is
says
too
this
pure
weekend's
for a
active
slave to
weather
breathe.
will break the trend.
So
All the
anybody
heat and
in
humidity is
Britain
going to
cannot
simmer
be
down, so
either
we won't have as much
either you mean
instability
African
tomorrow
American or
with
you
the
mean
active
I don't know
weather.
which one you
Still
mean.
a few rumbles of
But you're not
thunder, but
black.
certainly today with this high
You're
humidity
black British.
and this intense heat,
Oh, you're
the lake
Jamaican.
breeze, the
You're
cold
not born in
front,
Jamaica.
we're going to see a lot of
So how
pop-up
are you
thunderstorm
Jamaican?
activity later today. Denise also
But
says
you're the
that
same
localized
jackass of the
flooding is a
people
strong
from
possibility
Jamaica.
if
They're
we get
not
into heavy
because they're
downpours,
actually
so
from
drivers,
somewhere
please
else.
keep that in mind. Now, Toronto's 140 splash pads and 56 outdoor swimming pools are now open for you to cool off in
I
the
don't have
heat
to go
if it's still
to
too
that
much
school.
for you this weekend.
Why would I
Reporting
have
live
to
for 6 City
physically
News,
go to
I'm
that
Madison
school?
Fitzpatrick.
Fucking
6 City
okay.
News time 7:36. We're learning
God, that's
more
a
about
lot.
how COVID-19 is affecting Torontonians.
See it.
New
Yeah.
data released by Toronto Public Health shows women and people between the ages of 50 and 59 have recorded the largest number
the
of
women won't wear the
positive
mask.
cases. Well, Associate Medical Officer of Health, Dr. Vinita Dubis, says because of the work that's been done, other staff are lining up with global trends. Here's Dr. Dubis.
Reservoir here in Canada.
measures were
Oh my
very
God.
impactful to
Born from
reduce
1960 to
death,
1970,
hospitalizations,
female in
and
Canada,
cases
white.
in our city. There's no question. 12% of people were hospitalized, and about 1% have died.
So far, nearly 15,000 people in the city have contracted COVID-19. All of this data is available on the city's website. As Public Health says, they're striving to be more transparent as they learn more about the virus and its spread.
After almost a month, the tents are coming down at Nathan Phillips Square with protesters packing
locking up 1 week after being served with a trespassing notice. 680's Moment Koreshi is following the latest in the square. And
That's getting black person. What
The tents
eviction
have been up
takes
in
a
Nathan Phillips
week?
Square since June 19th, led by the group Afro Indigenous Rising. They were given notice last Friday that the equipment had to come down by Monday, and even though nothing happened at that point, this morning, the group did peacefully take it all down. Shar is with the group and says even though the tents are down, the protest continues.
So for us, it's not just about the goal of abolishing the police and saying take all their money away, disband them, but we really want to prove that communities can have alternative solutions. We really want to show that the proactive measures are better than the reactive measure of the police.
Says the group handed out thousands of dollars worth of food, water, and tents to those in need every day. Mayor Tory says their voices have been heard.
So being ignorant to our rules doesn't mean it doesn't apply.
People and about
Hey,
anti-black
laws,
racism and
So
so
the city says the protesters are allowed to remain in the square, but equipment like tents and generators
So
have
you'll
to go.
come in here
I'm
and threaten to
on
break
Koreshi.
my nose again and kick the ball and all
Another
that
positive
shit. You're
step to
gonna
help
be
homeless
hitting
people get
yourself,
off Toronto streets. 22 affordable housing units have opened in a new 3-story
They
building
never
in
let
the
me give you
Kensington
two
Market
passes.
neighborhood. Deputy
bro.
Mayor
Never let me
Anna
give
Mallow
somebody a
says the
second pass. Why would they?
$5.4 million development is a result of the private, public, and
Why the fuck would
nonprofit
they?
sectors working together.
This
Oh, you
project
thought I was
needs
saying,
to be
if you do it again, I'm gonna
over
do it.
and
No,
over
you
and
already
over
did it, and
We
I
know
would
that
have done
this is the
something.
most humane
Except
way
for bigger
to deal with this
purposes.
issue. This is the most fiscally responsible
your
way
picture on the
to deal
fucking
with this
monitor.
issue as a city as well.
And the new rental units are built specifically to
Obviously,
support the
space
homeless. The
today
city is
is-
subsidizing the rent, which allows the units to be offered at about 50% of market value, which is about $520 a month. They're owned
No.
and operated by
No, no,
St.
no.
Clair's Multi-Faith Housing Society. Now, the 680 News gas price update.
You
and
have to
predicts the price
accept
will
other
drop
religions.
1
Guess
cent
what?
at
Not every
midnight to
religion accepts your
104.9
religion. It's
cents a
also being
liter
divine.
at most GTA stations.
So like 30 minutes ago, they're like, it's exactly $500, $520, which is exactly half of market rent.
Here's Christine Lagos.
Market rent is
Christine, and this
$1,500.
report is brought to you by your local Ontario
the
Subaru
market
dealers.
rent
We're
was
not doing too
$1,000 over
poorly
there.
on the
Check
routes heading to
this
Cottage Country right now. So that would include the northbound 400. I'm checking that out. It's good now through Highway 9. It's good through Mapleview, where we usually have a slowdown at this time. But no go today. Northbound 400 good through Barrie, and the 400 extension is also looking quite good as you head to Coldwater, all the way up to Port Severn, and as you make your way to Perry Sound, no troubles. Northbound Highway 11, I'm just having a look at that, and it is a bit
Even
slow
1
just
month.
north of Washaga,
Or
the
even worse,
Severn Bridge.
occupied by
No
somebody
report of
not
any
paying even
problems along
1
that
month.
stretch.
And I'm not talking about
Do
a
keep in mind
situation like
northbound
it's
Highway
COVID.
11 in Grace Bridge at
You
Alpine
already
Ranch
lost
Road. It's down
more
to a single
in
lane,
1 day
and that's
than
for
you
single
thought you were going to
repairs.
make in the
Highway
6 months you
26
spent
rather,
arguing
it's
with
slow
people
going
to
both
get the
ways through
extra
Golf Course
$50
Road because of ongoing construction and
Already
lane
lost
restrictions. And as I mentioned in my last report,
$25
eastbound
difference. It
401
took a
just
year to
east
make
of
that
Bronx
back.
Road. Earlier troubles have been cleared away, and there is no leftover delay through there. Now, Highway,
you own
or rather,
stuff, so
is
you're
southbound
this,
near
you're
Ontario
that.
is
Every
closed at King
landlord ever
Road, and
met
that's because of a crash that's in the Caledon
was
area.
related to the guy that owned the property.
124
Was the
still
landlord.
closed between Shelburne and Singhampton. With Cottage Country traffic on the 9s, I'm Christine Lagos.
Ontario Subaru dealers are finding all new ways for you to safely shop for a Subaru. Call or connect online. Your local
Merrick
dealer is here to
Gordon
help you every step of the way.
Our
Staying in
math
control
is
of your money
bad.
can be tough. Luckily, the CIBC
I
Smart
don't see
Account
how it
helps
is
by
good.
actively monitoring your everyday banking. It even sends you alerts when you may be
Why would I
short
forget
funds
their
and
names?
reminders about upcoming payments, so you avoid unnecessary fees and stay in control of your money. Open your CIBC Smart Account today. Get $300 and pay no monthly fee for up to 12 months. That's not just smart, that's everyday smart from CIBC. Conditions apply. Learn more at cibc.com/smart.
Time 7:41.
And with a look at the roads, here's Kyle Hawking.
This report is brought to you by Royal Botanical Gardens. We've got good news on the eastbound 401 on a couple of fronts. We had a problem approaching the 427 in the Express. That has cleared, so no longer a problem there, although there is still a minor delay south of Pearson in the Express, just where that problem was. The other problem by the 400 in the Express already cleared about 15 minutes ago now, so it's still backed up here from east to the 427 to the 400 Express and Collectors, but starting to move a little bit better. So the East 401 is back to a trouble-free drive.
You won't
Not
believe
so on the
how
westbound
shiny
401.
this motherfucker
We have
is.
construction and new minor
He's
problem.
not.
It's on the west 401 through Kennedy in the
I'm gonna
Collectors,
try
where
it.
you're reduced to a single lane. 2 right lanes are closed for maintenance. The left lane is the only
It's
lane
not
available.
even lined up
So it
with
is
nothing.
heavy through Kennedy in the Collectors, and the Kennedy ramps to the west 401 are also closed. And we've got a new problem on the West 401 near the 410 in the collectors. Right lane is blocked with a stalled vehicle. Doesn't look too bad in terms of delays here. Maybe a minor slowdown. And then we've got this construction heading out through Guelph Line. It's heavy approaching Guelph Line to west of it as you head into a construction zone with 2 right lanes blocked. It's about a 5-kilometer backup through this stretch. And it's very slow.
Someone's
and northbound Don Valley, also very slow from Don Mills to approaching Lawrence. That's where we have the right lane blocked by Toronto Transportation.
We had our own sports car, damn it.
You'll also
What
see
was it
delays
called
on the
again?
southbound DVP in this area, south of Eglinton, down to the Don Mills ramp, southbound Don Mills
Oh,
ramp.
we make the challenge.
Because Don Mills is reduced to a single lane at the DVP for construction, so it is causing a backup for traffic exiting there, and that traffic is spilling back onto the DVP, so that's not such a great situation there either. No major issues on city streets, although it does still look busy on Millwood. Rather approaching Overley, southbound Millwood approaching Overley, that was down to a single lane for construction.
There's like a little bit of gold, but there's also every single one of these is like a drop of mean people blood.
Only in Burlington
That's what we do to mean people here.
RBG.ca.
You can see the meanness.
7:51, and with the forecast, here's Carl Lamb.
Where is it?
Thanks, Kyle. And we do have some alerts to let you know about that there is a severe thunderstorm warning for Barrie, Orillia, Midland, and also for Dufferin, Innisfil as well. So we're keeping an eye on these thunderstorms moving across the region. Also, Hamilton, heads up. We have some pretty steady downpours headed your way as well, and tracking a little bit of rain moving over Lake Ontario, headed up towards Oshawa and over towards Newcastle. So we're watching this as the atmosphere is primed for a little bit of thunderous activity as we head into the evening. 21 feels like 29, and then tomorrow 27 with more rain showers scattered throughout the day. It's 31 at Pearson, 30 in 6 a.m. Tonight's overnight low 21.
And coming up at 7:48, President Trump's election campaign hits another bump in the road.
All around the world. So I keep slipping and calling them international. I don't know what the I stands for.
With a bank account that gives you more. With the Scotiabank Ultimate Package, you can get a boost to your savings, unlimited Interac e-transfer transactions, and a $300 welcome bonus. So make the most of what comes next with the Scotiabank Ultimate Package. For a limited time, conditions apply. Visit scotiabank.com/ultimate300. Scotiabank.
Superfan with a super deal. Our biggest construction sale is on now. Don't pay for 6 months on all new cars. Your safety is our #1 priority. We have masks and gloves ready for you. We sanitize every hour. We maintain social distancing. No payment for 6 months on all new cars.
Before was it was
Check to drive at La
What is this? I haven't seen one of these before.
Looking for a Hyundai? I'm your guy. Book your
Women's
appointment
right
today.
to vote. What the vote is them? His nep son says to me says, oh shit, I never saw one. I didn't know this existed.
Toronto, I'm Christine Ritchie.
I'm Scott Burnett. Here's the top stories right
The
now.
most abused coin
Confirming that a
that I
man shot
own.
in Burlington this
That
afternoon
is incredible.
notorious Hamilton mob boss Pat Lusitano. Just after 1 o'clock this afternoon, 2 people were found suffering from gunshot wounds. One man was rushed to hospital, while the 52-year-old Hamilton mobster died from his injuries. Hamilton police say a third person also suffered injuries, but are not saying where the victim was found. And gunfire just outside a busy Scarborough town center this afternoon leaves a 26-year-old man with serious injuries. Police are looking for a dark-colored SUV. And Toronto Public Health confirming the largest group testing positive for COVID-19 in the city right now are between the ages of 50 to 59, with more women also contracting the virus. 680 News Time, 7:47. Now, 680 Sports from Sportsnet 590 The Fan. Here is Colin Teskey.
A Stanley Cup tournament unlike any other could be on the horizon, according to Sportsnet's Elliot Friedman. The NHL and its players come to terms on their collective bargaining agreement and their return to play protocol. Teams will travel from their home markets on July 26th and arrive in Toronto and Edmonton for both hub cities, where all games will be played. The NHL expects the season to be completed.
Unions representing the federal employees have agreed to a $2,500 payout for employees affected by the Phoenix payment system failure. Well, they had people working for like a year not getting a paycheck.
And we're going to give you some.
That's the thing with governments.
We have been talking about that since spring
It's not
training
good
before
in
we
the
got
US.
shut
Your
down.
government would fall
And he was already
8
taking ground
times
balls
at first base with Luis Rivera.
Up here, these people are like, yeah, okay,
you
can keep the money for now.
To do it, and
but you can't fucking charge these people with not paying their property taxes.
And the season is set to resume July 23rd. Sports at 15 and 45 past every hour or anytime.
You have to make a note of them later in private, talking about the good old boys that runs
offers the best performance in radio reception and audio quality, and has the looks to match with an elegant
What
leather
if they all
case
just
and
started growing weed
craftsmanship
like they do in
signifies
Richmond?
style in its finest form. Whether you're listening to a local radio station or signals from a
Richmond,
faraway
20,000
land,
grow
Times
houses.
Radio is your go-to source. Listen to the word.
Export.
Is available online at ca.eton.
Donate all the money to the Ontario Opportunities Fund and just secede from Canada. Set up our own military.
Easy.
Oh, we won't have to. This will be the only province where the military eats. So,
Stop sign. Take a left. All while respecting the speed limit.
hey, how did the Chinese government become the Chinese government? That's a good. That's a
You
good
can save
question.
up to 25% on your car insurance with my drive from Intech.
Let's do with the Americans handing the keys to somebody. The Americans have to do it too, right? This is very complicated.
Conditions apply.
U.S. President Donald Trump's campaign reboot faces another snag.
The president's spending
Used to
much
work
of today in
reboot,
battleground
that's
Florida,
Florida.
raising campaign money and tending to other issues in a
Bob.
must-win state. But tomorrow's planned rally in New Hampshire is off. The campaign's postponed it, citing a threat from Tropical Storm Faye. The rally was to have been the president's first in 3 weeks after a disastrous return from pandemic delay in Oklahoma, where a Tulsa rally had thousands of empty seats. The president's been itching to revive the energy of his old rallies, with polls showing him behind 4 months before the election, though he says he's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, but nobody is going to win this one.
Sandra Mangani, Washington.
Now, with cottage country traffic on the 9th, here's Christine Lagos.
Thank you, Christine. And I'm just having a look at the northbound 400. This report is brought to you by ExploreNet.com. Northbound 400 is in good shape as you make your way up to the Barrie area. And northbound 400 extension good through McTier all the way up towards Perry Sound. I'm not spotting any delays. Now on northbound Highway 11 in Bracebridge, don't forget at Alpine Ranch Road, you're down to a single lane only. They're doing some sinkhole repairs in this area. Right now, it's not a huge concern. It's not causing a big delay at all. Northbound Highway 27 rather, as an alternate. So the 400 also in good shape. And northbound Highway 50 looking good. Fort Erie bound to EW, great as you wind your way from Hamilton over to the St. Catharines area and down towards Fort Erie, no troubles. Highway 26 and Golf Course Road, it's a slow go both ways because of ongoing construction and lane restrictions. Northbound 115 at Highway 7 is down to a single lane for roadwork, but getting there. No delays eastbound on the 401 through the Durham region, over to the 35 115 through Coburg and out towards the Big Apple, no troubles. And Caledon, it looks like those troubles southbound here Ontario at King Road have been cleared away. With cottage country traffic on the 9s, I'm Christine Lagos.
Accelerate your internet with ExploreNet LTE service. Now with unlimited data. Visit ExploreNet.com for details.
680 News Time, 7:51.
And now with traffic on the 1s, here's Kyle Hawkins.
This report is brought to you by Hakeem Optical. Maintenance work on the westbound 401 causing a jam up through Kennedy in the collectors. 2 right lanes are blocked. Only and cleared. It never caused a delay.
That was real. Oh, there's people rolling by banging like fucking village people and Brothers Gibb, VGs and all that. Yeah, I know the real fucking name. That's how old I am.
And that mainly because of an earlier problem we had approaching the fort.
Where's Dre Bars? Uh-oh. Trick question, Black Panthers.
Look, I'm the last of the time, Prince. Twin hammers look like the Siamese. I got that beam from the Japanese. My French girl wave, you can remind me of mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing all who's after me. I have to see the rich, and I swear I look financially. Like who be frontin' for it? They flying like it's a trampoline. These bitches couldn't marry a guy. It was a Magdalene. I shot like a little bro with Tagalog. It's pieces she mentions, we got me bragging on. It's roots with beer, class riches, we dragon on. The nigga with the gate and single, but double dragon on. The Megatron, man, and I never. You was slapping that back and forth like a tetrapod. Used to live on French Street, right in the Esplanade. Bitches wanna ship and make us film it like espionage. You know that's why they set for it. Like, why you niggas ain't protect your network? Jumping in shit to be wet. Like a network, a cylinder, always a spin. I connect thought right into your dome when I get it out of chest to Detroit rapper. When you go on tour, it's all music. Baby, when we go on tour, it's all shootings. Like, other straps got kicked, I gotta shoot it. Nigga, if you talk that talk, you gotta do it. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. But every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a dying breed. I'm the last of a dying breed. I uppercut these fucks in their chin and they die with ease. I bleed what I have to bleed. This blood's what I have to see. So I call it Applebee's. Who the fuck trying to get stuck? Tell them ask for me, that match pack about to get struck. I brought the gasoline, I've never lost. I got OGs to get it back for me. Call me down, call me the crowd, call me your majesty, God. They try to handle me, not. No, I'll play that. The bullets in that gray Mac 8-track. They go way back, about them all, top your mom. Like where the safe at. Put numbers on your head, you already covered in face tats, boy. Why they always trying to snake that, boy? Charlie got the defibrillator to shake that, boy. Forget about it, you turn me to Rocky ASAP, boy. I'm the last of a dying breed, and when I break that, boy, you bringing all that beef to the farm. My man's branded you. If you don't get respect in the streets, I can't stand with you. They tell you you a threat on the beat. Your man's scamming you. The Benz is like a beast when it spins. Crash Bandicoot, pull up with a camera crew. Cannons in your face now. Anybody that's liking to us is liking face down. White boy, nice with a pet. This ain't no 8 Mile. We playing hopscotch in the spots where the body's traced out. Cause when you go on tour, it's all music. Baby, when we go on tour, it's just shootings. Drive-bys, your eyes wide shut, we gone Cooper. See, we ain't really got all that talk, we just do shit. I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down breed. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down breed.
I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. While she said I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. I see the pain in their heart and their chest. I love the rain when it falls, yeah, I'm blessed. Both the fame and the cars and the jets. I had them thinking I was God to the psych ward. I never let her live the life you would die for. I tell that hoe I can't save her, I'm the lifeguard. Maybe you can get the D, but I might charge her. Pull up to the spot, they're like, who is that there? Hands up, give me the loot like a cashier. What you thought, are you dumb? I don't play shit. I killed you and your brother with the same clip. All that bullshit you been talking, boys, ain't you? I'm a different man now, niggas face. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and their chest. Watch you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it.
The charger
Yeah,
on
I
the
bet.
maximum
I see the
overdrive
pain in their
because I'm
heart and
still
they check
alive.
out. Versus spots and I'm leaving unidentified. Just a rental, had to drop it off at Enterprise. Shell cases in the whip, had to check it twice. I think my OGs for that shit, they give good advice. Yeah, this about to be a genocide. These motherfuckers won't be dead, but I can never die. This is the reason why your wifey said she met a guy. 2 minutes in a swisher just to get inside. Yeah, we are not the same kind. You gotta pay dues, I already paid twice. Y'all don't make moves, all you do is waste time. I'ma always be woke while you pay to stay. Like, fuck you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and they chest. Fuck you said it, I'ma get that spinach. I be sinning, I'm winning. They don't like it. Yeah, I bet. See the pain in their heart and they chest.
Suave and knowledgeable. What y'all got to say about the knowledge getting built? Today, these are interesting times. All y'all sitting around committing white collar crimes. Y'all some clowns. Y'all gonna get shot the fuck down. Oh wait, the shit's already happened. I heard the guns clapping. I started clapping.
This is the least amount of problems we have.
You gotta let your help, nigga. Sit your little bitch ass down, nigga. Please, this kid can't
Call me from mayor, taking helicopters down with a little laser. And the cannon I'm holding bigger than fucking mega. Yaga, the liquor put the shots to make you stagger. For my little brother, cause like he loves my partners. Real bad boys, one baby, y'all watch. With this empire, it's nothing like rocks. These are enemy lines, nobody can cross it. So clips like a bitch's wig fiction. Murder gang sick shit. Got me reading the words. Get your sick murders. Niggas know I'm running through the streets of beef. Like the hamburger with the burner. No food surfing. Yeah, still M3G reppin'. Man, sitting in the vehicle. Plotting on people. Taking your prized possession. Like a reaper. Kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow. Holding on the hammer. Call it Home Depot. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Kneeling with the hammer. Call it Tim Tebow, holding on the hammer, call it Home Depot. I'm at the bar ordering a Heineken, waiting for the street to fall back. I'm timing it, fronting them a double shuttle, check me round 9 and 10. MGK wild boy, nigga, we some wild men. About to get alive again, rifles like the Irishman. Used to call me Ben Shredder, but Charlie was a rider man. Niggas try to end me for the money, call a fireman, and put my fucking flamer. Go ahead and try it then. For all means. Through you, I'm creeping through the field, shot the Zulu, cruising in the Subaru, murder gang, crow punch dogs and give them bubbles. You lose, tell you what kind of like two shoes.
Motherfucking ingrown fucking. Oh, it's the white people skin that's driving me crazy.
To the highest shooters to whack you. Right now I'd rather smack you. Don't even attempt, I won't tap you. Really I don't have to. Slap the kid so hard I put a wonder, call him Matthew. Subliminal. Murder gang squad in the fact I set it up to win a box. You about to follow my dialect. My number you ain't dial yet. That judge ain't fire yet. By the end of this track, a motherfucker buying it. That bitch holds gauges and a couple 45s in it. Catch a couple cases, but I'll beat him if I'm hiding it. In the L spot, nigga known for the kill shot. Cause I'm the nigga that shot Jack and chill out the hilltop. Real Red Rider Hood was riding hood, the song blew her up now. She ain't riding through the hood. And Woody Woodpecker was a fag while Batman got shots and panties up for his pants. Spidey was a swinger. Wolverine is a nigga that's obvious that I ain't gotta mention that splinter. When I'm at the shredder in my mouth, my temporal blast cheddar. Trying to make cat better. Yeah, I'm sitting in the vehicle, plotting on people. Taking your prized possession like a reaper. Kneeling with the hammer, call it Tim Tebow. Holding on the hammer, call it Home Depot. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Everything I'm doing is illegal. Kneeling.
That tells you who's on top of shit and not too. When the graffiti reflects what I'm up to, and then the fucking idiots that think they rep everything don't know what the fuck we're doing on it. You know how to fucking read. Pictograms. How hard could this get, dog? Jesus Christ. I almost got my shit. I heard an engine revving. And I wanted to hear it rev. And then I did. And then the music stopped. And that's why you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
With the hammer, call it Tim Tebow. Pulling on the hammer, call it Home Depot.
Why are you wearing so many clothes now? You were watering them new plants half naked earlier? You just want to see if I'll still get you bent over. I will. Priceless.
Why don't you come around here and I'll make you feel right at home? From the couch to the floor, we'll be in the zone. Let's get it on till the dawn arises. Kissing in the midst of the prairie horizons. As the moon chemistry is what I'm feeling from you. A perfect love story with a rough draft prelude. I wanna make it right and follow right through. Honey, breakfast in bed is something I can do for you. Get your mangoes from the tip of my tongue, and I can get it done. So baby, give me some, and I can give you some, and we can go from there. Keep it PG, what you see what I need. Let's go full circle, let me walk and trail and watch the sunset and the moon and all the fancy rocks.
Idiot on the tracks. Close. Oh, the money. You want it. Need money, because I want it. Just want it. Because I need it. Because it's money. Need money. Got money. Grab it, a dog. J'ai besoin de dog. I hate that. Besoin. It's like America. It's the French, the equivalent to America. Fuck, like, seriously? Every single big, huge trunk goes at this end. All the fine powder is at this end, and yet it will still continue to form big fucking chunks that will fuck the whole joint up. This is why I'm the best muted joint roller. The way white people smoke weed is such bullshit. You know, you like pretend to throw the ball for your dog, and the dog don't go, and you look at the dog like the dog is lying to you. Yeah, that's the way white people smoke weed. There's always white people going to say, oh, well, I got a guy that'll sell me this or that. Well, go get it from him then. Oh, I just want to see it. Nah. Or here's what's even better. See it? I'll have it in my hand, and that's the reaching for it. I'll pull my hand away. And they'll still try and grab it from me. They'll try and, like, grab my arm and get it with the other hand and shit. Yeah, some white people only get shanked up over a nickel sack, a dime sack, whatever. Because they smarter than everybody. And they always got this story about how some other dealer will be this and that. And if you ask them to this day, these are the people going to the dispensaries and filling out the surveys. Oh yeah, my dealer gives me credit. He sells it to me for like $4.75 a gram, and I only got to buy like 1/10 of a gram at a time. And he gets me to get like $10,000 worth of credit, and he delivers. And he shows up before I call him. Right. None of that shit's true. All this shit you read in the newspaper, they go, "Oh, a survey says isn't that made up shit?" I've been eating off this my whole life. I've never seen it work the way they say. That's right, Mark. You spent my entire life trying to stop me from selling dope. I spent my entire life selling dope. Mark the Dark Narc Saunders. Complete fail. Complete fail. I have no idea what it is. This is much tank because you should. Bad bearing, fucked up reefer, I don't know. Or they want to roll the joint with me putting my weed in with their weed that they already have that they bought as somebody else. I did get papers and a cigarette and a line. And I get to go last in the rotation. Oh, you fucking don't know these things. Oh, and they'll roll it so that the one end is like this, because if you know geometry, yeah, volume increases exponentially, right? Oh, and they'll smoke the first half, which is 95% of the volume, and give you the second half. We still haven't addressed the moisture content in Ontario cannabis store weed. Oh, you know it's packaging, right? It's a reservoir for pathogens, right? All right, the doctors who said they're not comfortable with marijuana because they personally don't believe there's any evidence whatsoever that's ever been studied ever. Oh, well, you burn the mold off. Yeah, the mold particle at this edge is going to be burned off by the fire at that end. Sure, well, you know what happens? The hot air makes the mold release spores. Not this one, but that's what happens with moldy weed. So you got people like me that'll smoke it. Nobody won't sell it.
You can do your thing, so do your thing, and I can do a thing, and we can do a thing. It's showtime, your time to shine. Escalating at a pace, got no time to be blind. I get it, got it good, you're doing what you shouldn't. Let me tell you, you're misunderstood. I'm doing my thing, and you're doing yours. Making life happen and dreaming of goals. You're dreaming at me, and I'm dreaming gold tours. And I think it's very sexy when you show me a full force.
Oh, so you mind if you show
me? I can be your best friend if you let me see what you believe. Honestly, the perfect life could be that, honey. I'll support you when the front row seats. And baby, you can do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Baby, you can do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing. Say, baby, you can do your thing. So do your thing, and I can do a thing. No, we can do a thing.
Because the red flag said get back, he said he might disappear tonight, but he'll be back to wet up the whole block, even on the buildings he don't own. He's not on, he's all over, he's all one way. A squeaky kid, head days, or at least where it used to be, it's all past tense, where it used to be. All right, okay, so it's 8 in the morning in China. It does no good because it's Saturday.
The demon is a liar. He would like to confuse. But he will also mix lies with the truth to attack us. He attacks us psychologically, powerful. So listen. Remember that. Do not listen.
This is real life shit, can't change it for an instant. Blood, sweat, and tears, now everyone's against it. Trying to step in our way, man, your ass will get popped. Got homies on every corner, none afraid to get shot. You hear it drop, here comes the end of your life. Hollow points cutting through you like the edge of a knife. It's getting harder to see, step away from the light. Cause I'm the devil in disguise, I stole your soul tonight. What?
I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise, I stole your soul tonight. I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise, I stole your soul tonight. I stole your soul tonight. I'm the devil in disguise, I stole your soul tonight. I stole your soul tonight. Devil in disguise, stole your soul tonight.
As you wake up in the dark and not realizing I'm there, go ahead and reach for the light, you won't find one there. This is the darkness inside, mixed with the pain that you feel. Hear the voices calling out another soul to conceal. See the tears in the eyes, that's what's causing the pain. Staring at yourself blindly, can't remember the name. Call me whatever you like, but let it be told, I'm the devil in disguise and the possessor of souls.
The possessor of souls, the devil in disguise, yeah, possessor of souls. The possessor of souls, I'll be the devil in disguise, the possessor of souls. The possessor of souls, I be the devil in disguise, the possessor of souls. The possessor of souls, devil in disguise, the possessor of souls.
Feel the pain in your chest, yeah, that's me coming back, being possessed by the devil. It's the light that I have, a possessor of souls, another light in the dark. Hear the footsteps in the night, now your ass is in shock. Go ahead and hide, try to make no sound. I know your every thought and action, so
my feet going rock climbing. All these niggas saying they rocked up, but none of them ain't got diamonds. Right, they not riding. Only thing I'm ducking is a cop siren. I'm out driving, going across an island till I find hiding by fire hydrant. I'm not lying, so stop trying. Why the fuck is you lying? Damn, man, look like you back at it again. But then why is that just look back to why I still ride? These drum ass. Lord have mercy, y'all, these niggas sound like ragamuffins. Man, daddy, man, I can't have them jumping. Forget a shock attack like one-on-one with Duncan. A crossover layer, maybe I might just go with Duncan. Bodies on top of bodies, I had them coffins. Punkin' ain't pulling up in no foreign. American muscle that foot. Let's take it back to that raw. 10 minutes to that store. Yo, the pink flight I the number for. When the number's sure, that's 100 more. I got 100 cars on the telly boy for the rock and roll with a lion's paw. Lion's cut from my Iron King. I got an iron boy with a press niggas out Africa. You niggas soft like why you niggas want trying to fall for now. My niggas are spinal cords like dinosaurs playing Diana Ross. They get my body across like an arrow does. Beware of us. New Toronto, we're all Toronto. Same shit. Nah, just keep 6, cause 6 up whenever Drake snitch. New Toronto, we're all Toronto. Same shit. Nah, just keep 6, cause 6 up whenever Drake snitch.
Why the fuck wouldn't I hit somebody in the face 15 times? If I can hurt myself this from doing that.
Where you at? Hit me up with the money, with a stash. Get his paper, get his cash. No, we here with my niggas in the trash. Put it in, flip it quick, get it back. Hit me up with my niggas in the room. Clean it up, sweep it up with a room. Run it up, run it up, run it up. Double cup. So I got a couple racks today. Didn't think I'd make it, but I made it back today. Cashing out in the bank every day. Put it work, get paid. What my niggas said, get Friday night with a fucking everybody. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. Get Friday night with a fucking everybody. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. Get Friday night with a fucking everybody. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. Just got off the plane, juice all in my veins. 6 wasn't my name, no one out these flames. Fucking Friday night, I ain't playing no games. I'm that West End chick that was raised in the lane. Yeah, you won't believe me, yo, just raise the speed. They call it, but they can't get a hold of me. Just raise up Friday BT, raise the bar for the scene. If the work ain't clean, don't come on me. They show up before, but they don't wanna come around. I'ma ride this way, hit the water and out. Swap this place to the fight, but now I'm on but I'm so stuck. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. I just wanna party, I don't wanna lie. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody?
The last one was Toontown. We ain't knowing them in a while. This comes somewhere else, but it's the same people. But it's not. But it is. But it's not.
of time breathe. Twin hammers look like the Siamese. I got that beam from the Japanese. My French girl wave figure reminded me of mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing out who's after me. They have to see me rich and I swear what's up financially. Like who be frontin' for? They flying like this a trampoline. These bitches couldn't marry a guy. It was a Magdalene. I shot like a little bro with Tagalog. It's these instrumentals we got with bragging on. It's rose with beer broke class riches we drag them on. The nigga with the gate and Sega with double dragon on. The Megatron landing in Lebanon. He was slapping that back and forth like a catapult. Used to live on French Street, right in the Esplanade. Bitches run the ship and make us film it like espionage. You know this got except for like why you niggas say potential network. Check within shifts to be win. Like connect for the cylinder, always a spin. I connect for it right into the dome when I get it out the chest to joy rapper. When you go on tour, it's all music. Maybe when we go on tour, it's all shootings. Like other straps got kicked, I gotta shoot it. Nigga, if you talk that talk, you gotta do it. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bridge. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bridge. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. But every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a dying breed.
I'm the last of a dying breed. Uppercut these fucks in their chin and they fly with ease. I bleed what I have to bleed. This blood's what I have to see. Fuck fake, don't sit with your fam. I call it Applebee's. Who the fuck trying to get stuck? Tell them ask for me. That match pack about to get struck. I brought the gasoline. I've never lost. I got OGs to get it back for me. Call me down, call with a crown. Call me your majesty, God. They try to handle me, Lord. No, I don't play that. The bullets in that gray Mac A-track. They go way back. About them up. Climb your mouth. Like where the safe at. Put numbers on your head. You already covered in face tats, boy. Why they always trying to snake that, boy? Charlie got the defibrillator to shake that, boy. Forget about it. You turn me to Rocky ASAP, boy. I'm the last of a dying breed. They wanna break that, boy. Like you bringing all that beef to the farm. My man's branded you. If you don't get respect in the streets, I can't stand with you. They tell you a threat on the beat. Your man's scamming you. The Benz is like a beast when it spins. Crash Bandicoot. Pull up with a camera crew. Cannons in your face now. Anybody that's lying to us is lying face down. White boy, nice with a pen. This ain't no 8 Mile. We playing hot shots in the spots where the bodies traced out. Cause when you go on tour, it's all music. And baby, when we go on tour, it's just shootings. Drive by, your eyes wide shut, we gone Cooper. See, we ain't really about all that talk, we just do it.
I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bridge. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bridge. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. The last of a down bridge. But every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a down bridge. Siamese. I got that beam from the Japanese. My French girl wave figure reminded me of mac and cheese. It is what it has to be. I'm killing out who's after me. They have to see me rich and I swear what's up financially. Like who be frontin' for? They flying like this a trampoline. These bitches couldn't marry a guy. It was a Magdalene. I shot like a little bro with Tagalog. It's these instrumentals we got with bragging on. It's rose with beer broke class riches we drag them on. The nigga with the gate and Sega with double dragon on. The Megatron landing in Lebanon. astronaut. We was slapping that back and forth like a tether ball. Used to live on French Street, right in the Esplanade. Bitches wanna ship and make us film it like espionage. You know that's why they set for it. Like why you niggas ain't protect your neck for it? Chopping in shit so we win. Like connect for the cylinder, all this is spin. I connect for it right into your dome when I get it out the chest to tour rapper. When you go on tour, it's all music. Maybe when we go on tour, it's all shootings. Like other straps got kicked, I gotta shoot it. Nigga, if you talk that talk, you gotta do it. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. Every time you go on tour, it's all shootings.
Yeah, I'm the last of a dying breed. I uppercut these fucks in the chin and they fly with ease. I bleed what I have to bleed. This blood's what I have to see. So fickle, sit with your fam. I call it Applebee's. Who the fuck trying to get stuck? Tell them ask for me. That match pack about to get struck. I brought the gasoline. I've never lost. I got OGs to get it back for me. Calm me down, calm with a crowd. Call me your majesty, God. They try to handle me, Lord. No, I'll play that. The bullets in that gray Mac 8-track. They go way back. I buy them up. Time your mob. Look where the safe at. Put numbers on your head. You already covered in face tats, boy. Why they always trying to snake that boy? Charlie got the defibrillator to shake that boy. Forget about it. You turn me to Rocky ASAP, boy. I'm the last of a dying breed. They wanna break that boy. Like you bringing all that beat to the farm. My man's branded you. If you don't get respect in the streets, I can't stand with you. They tell you a threat on the beat. Your man's scamming you. The band's is like a beast when it spins. Crash Bandicoot. Pull up with a camera crew. Cannons in your face now. Anybody that's lying to us is lying face down. White boy, nice with a pen. This ain't no 8 Mile. We playing hopscotch in the spots where the body's traced out. Cause when you go on tour, it's all music. And baby, when we go on tour, it's just shootings. Drive-bys, your eyes wide shut, we gone Kubrick. See, we ain't really about all that talk, we just do shit.
Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Why they try me? I wear my heart on my iron sleeve. I'm the last of a down bread. Like he just wanna go on tour and make music. The last of a down bread. But every time you go on tours, it's all shootings. The last of a down
He's the little drum.
The heart is so and I ain't gonna quit. I'm a killer and the streets is my accomplice. I'm only being honest. I'm here to make a statement. But fuck making statements. This a fucking promise. Heard niggas want my head. These niggas solid. I'm running and I'm charging on the whips like Black Stallion. I am with the rest of them. Fuck a Steve Austin. He can never stone cold stunner this Boston. Got bitches do my shit and start praying. Like the niggas hating and they wishing they were on it. Then they start switching and snitching to the sergeants. My niggas got bands in their pants. No wallet. Yes, I got fans from the George Brown College. And little fans who can barely speak English. 30-year-old OGs and girlies and great tips. Fans with no homes. Even the rich kids. Niggas got Peroni and whips. Rapping pencils. Listen to a quick 16 before they shoot shit. 416. Ronnie's one in this district. Homie, you don't want no beef. You got the blue flips. The boys, they don't got no aim. The shooter's useless. I'm too sick. Barrel long like a 4-stick. You will need 2 hands just to use it. Put it to his lips and lick. No smooshing. We don't give tips. Hollow tips to the tip top. Put it to your kicks. Turn your boots into flip-flops. Cut cabbage patch niggas into coleslaw. She don't even want no dick. She wants rolled up. Talking to me like I'm the rest. and I'm an end cop. My goonies, they be pulling up bombs. No swanton, shooting with my left arm. Ain't even my strong arm. Still get him done. Way quicker than the back son. I'm a boss, and I work in Hell's Kitchen. Sweaty, fucked up, remove stuff, I start dipping. Team full of boss men, and people are amazing. Fans are the greatest, for them I do the next shit. In the studio, go to work, no vacation. R.I.P. Tyson, I don't gotta say shit. You already know who's ready when they need it. Back to my rap shit, trying to make the first list. These all posted, holding, hoping.
Wow, I made it to the grocery store back, and I didn't even really have to go.
And start firing. Free flicks, free buck, niggas wiring.
I feel like I'm behind because I should have like 6 more kilos of sugar and another pound of coffee. I feel like I'm behind. But in reality, I got like another 3 months to worry about that. Like it's dumb. But I'm just getting shit done. I have a pyramid of these apple juice cans in one of the full ones. Yeah, I don't need any painkillers.
Hello. This call is from the Tax Department of Canada Revenue Agency. The reason behind this call is that there is a case, a lawsuit, that is getting filed under your name. The moment you receive this message, I need you to...
You guys see that? It's like a ghetto turkey or something. I'm alive to fucking up. If she knows it's me, it's no good. I don't care. I'll stab her. Everybody knows that already. No, I mean to the point where I was joking and said, I feel like stabbing. I mean, 2 different people went, no, she's not worth this. Like, no, I know. It was, you notice the other people in the room didn't jump. She put her hands on one of my friends who's an old fucking man. Yeah, that's pretty serious in my way. Yeah, but it's the ghetto, and everybody knows everybody, knows everybody, knows everybody. So sometimes stabbing somebody won't fix it. Sometimes stabbing somebody will not fix the problem. As well as not stabbing them. I know it sounds backwards, but you gotta believe me on this. Try it sometime. Try not stabbing a motherfucker. And just to see what happens, because you never know, man. Like, hey, she shut up. I want to scream at her to shut up now that she shut up already, but I'm not really sure. Fuck. I love heckling crackers. I'll heckle anybody. Cops, crackers, anybody. I will heckle anybody. Yeah, you remember me now. I was making fun of you one day at work for no fucking, you didn't know who the fuck I was. I was making fun of you at work. Why are you making fun of me? Because you're working and I'm not. I timed it wrong. I should have screamed, shut up, shorty, right when she stopped talking. We're from the tax department to the tax department. I want to, like, I wanted to, like, if phone numbers were like SIN numbers and you couldn't change them, I would tell people to, like, call up this number and harass it and somehow steal from it. But it doesn't work like that.
Get back to me on my department division number. That is 647-945-9549. I repeat, 647-945.
Because this one's obviously real. It's not a spoofed incoming number. It's
if I don't hear a call from you, we will have to issue an arrest warrant under your name and get you arrested. So get back to me as soon as possible. Thank you.
I think I got you arrested inadvertently, you pussies. I hope you put your fucking gen pop and they tell you what you did. What'd you do? I was ripping ripping off old people for their ceremonies during the pandemic. I hope every day somebody says, hey, everybody want to know what this bitch people did? It was telephone scamming old people during the pandemic. I hope every fucking morning. Oh, yeah. If I hit him once, I'll never see him again. And I'll never forget. I can do that every fucking day for probably 5 or 6 days in a row before they pull me out of there.
Be tripping, shit used to be cold. Now I'm working in the kitchen, right less sunny. Listen, lane switching steady dipping. I'm not here to play. I've been walking through hell. I'm not here to stay. You asking what I'm burning? Smoking Mumbai, and who are they? A bunch of haters with nothing so good to say. I'm OC, MCL, mark this on your log. We bringing so much smoke, the streets catching all the fog. I ain't a crow, this my job. Fire behind the tower, I'll devour like the mob. Everyone got a prop. Keep it humble in the meantime. You'll see why I got a gun behind a stink like I'm blowing up beehives. I've been chilling in the shadows, playing for battle, a jet to travel and then skedaddle. Go meet the gavel, start giving me space. So if I get lucky with this money, then I'll be pulling that ace.
I have a medallion, technically speaking, it's a medallion. It is the exact size of aluminum. The problem is they mounted it by putting a hole through the fucking disc.
I be grinding, I'm on my grind, bro. And I be smoking on that killer that be that high, yo. Blood famous nigga, yeah, you know we getting high, yo. Smoking on that purple cause I don't fuck with that lean, though. Oh my god, killing shit like my name is Zod. Superman flying high like I'm in the fucking clouds. Raiding black.
Supermetal, Congolese franc, Jubopale avec Canada dollar. What's the say? Canada dollar? You say Ken's dollar bill. No.
Yeah, we got the greatest flow, sipping on that medicine. You know we got that medical. Ready, let's go. Nigga, with some hooligans.
I keep spending these motherfuckers. 90 cents, 40 points, keep spending. I should hang on to it. They don't tell anybody they do this. It's slightly different grains of coins, but they don't tell nobody the exact difference. I don't know the exact. I'm sure there's like, this is probably like 4 karat, like some weird oddball number of gold or something. They don't tell you. But this is how they hide the country's wealth in plain sight. Murder king. You'll never steal nothing from this country. You think Russia, China, you don't know nothing about this place. Not around here. Open up, swaddle you. Let doors up. We tell the kids not to fuck around. What's the end of it? Grenadier Pond, what's the name for it?
The day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas I can look at their guts, yeah. Cock if I can let it rip, I won't be a person. In the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk, yeah. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas I can look at their guts, yeah. Cock if I can let it rip, I won't be a person. In the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk, yeah. All these fake niggas holler when I'm up.
We're so serious. The maple leaf, on top of the maple leaf is another maple leaf. Go.
Outside, that's where I rock. Extended clip, hang the Glock. Dirty strap, cleans like I'm up. Hey,
2019 box world, we're gonna get the fuck with you.
Coming out with the lava. Hey. Back in the day when a nigga had his gun out, all these fake niggas looking like I didn't cut. Shit, I clock out like I let it rip, it won't be a first. Hat in their hood with my gun, niggas blood lurking. Back in the day when a nigga had his gun out, all these fake niggas looking like I didn't cut. Shit, I clock out like I let it rip, it won't be a first. In their hood with my gun, niggas blood lurking.
You can do that like.
Dog in the middle, get a really big crib. I don't trust fucking fast forward, never fucking capture in that bag, nigga. I'ma do it for my laps. Stacking, I'm getting that guap. And nigga talk to us like you're really hot. City last week, nigga, see you get stopped. Why the fuck you acting like
how is it brighter? That's 100 watt. Well, I'm looking at it. Look at the coin. It's a goddamn laser. And that's what I'm talking about. There's some about these coins. They don't tell us. It's not even like gold and platinum together.
That's what I did when a nigga had his gun out. All these fake niggas like a nigga did good. Shit, I cock it back, I let it rip, it won't be the first. Got in their love with my gun, niggas start lurking. Back in the day when a nigga had his gun out. All these fake niggas like a nigga did good. Shit, I cock.
One more, shorty. Do it. One more. Just one more. I need three in a row. Come on. One more, shorty. Just give me one of those. Ugh! Come on, do it. Damn it. I want to scream, shut up, shorty, but I got to time it just right. Who's gonna knock at me and say it was me? She starts flipping out, yelling at the windows. People are gonna look out the window. They'll all see her yelling. Yeah. Shut up, shorty!
Like I let it rip, it won't be a first. In the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk, yeah.
Come on, say it again. Do something. Yeah. She's pissed off, but she's talking lower. Inadvertently, it might have worked. I want her to shut up. I want her to get louder. This is my entertainment. Oh, she should be dead already. Who the fuck cares? What's she gonna do? Can you get charged with like reverse defamation of character, like not being libelous enough? Like if I don't warn you enough about how fucked up this person is or something? I'm being charged for not saying how fucked up this person is. We do that. We do whatever we want. We're in the government of Canada. Oh, there. Isn't it funny? The government of Canada, built on the backs of gooks, is called GOOC. GOC. Isn't that like, but they do it right in our faces, but I'm racist for noticing, right?
Yo, come on, follow the mad my controller who will hold you like a stiff dick, will work you like a flick. I'm crazy back, the shit is getting ill sick, and deck out the burbs, nigga, it's the business. Coming fat from the vats of black wax, in fact, I cramp stacks of facts up on the shelves, so fans can help themselves, I prove my record sales. Moving on, cause yo, there ain't no pausing, I'm causing catastrophe. I hate to be the one coming after the black dick dastardly. I heat them up even in winter. I spin it beginners. I meet new pussies for dinner, but just remember, I ain't no downtown clown. I run the mellow ass sounds, the real shit, boy, straight from the dead ground.
Yeah, chocolate milk, apple juice, and fried onions in a fucking tub.
Yo, Brad, she back it up. 5 for 5, on the dead live. Soft for tennis with sour cream for chops. No job if I was you, I come to and catch a dose of my strict technique. Straight from Suicide Street. I work a beat like a cop. Trash of pawn shops, front city trends, cause I'm giving it speed now. Yeah, there ain't no frontin' on the fact. Consider daily in my habitat like a green spot trap. I run the deep ass sounds, I'm flipping good shit down. So check short, straight from the dead ground.
Get done like that. You need it to you run on your back and have a barbecue in the backyard.
Your dead land kids, dirty bands for niche, pop a hash, dig a stash, know what I'm saying? I'm out the race like stank from sewage. If your record ain't out by now, you fucking blew it. I ain't here to welcome faggot imitations. I smother brothers and watch them fade from mass suffocation. I got shorties in irreversible comas while styles wreck trash like super bad stewards on us. Chill on a post that at the bar with coast where queens be on the scenes and less than apple seeds. I do my tracks like country blacks, ain't fat back, doper than a sack of crack, crushing eggs and backs. Questions, the rest, city notions are coming west. Without your bulletproof vest. On the sets, I do no less than my best to let you know your assets was dropped on the rocket set. Check, stay out the park if you're scared of the talk. Understand? I just around, straight from the deck.
That's another thing about electric. Electric or gas? Electric or gas? Up in Toronto. I don't get it. Why just answer the question? I don't get it. Destroying the electric stove, supposedly. You guys looking for investors to come out on an electric trolley ride and serve them a great dinner, and then afterwards told them it was cooked on an electric stove. Really?
All I have in this world is my thoughts and my words, and I don't break them off for no one. Do you understand?
One of these people paid to live in Burlington, working in the most boring factories in the world. They go to Mexico every year, even though they know they're getting targeted to get killed, so where they're coming from when they go to Mexico, they still go. How boring it is.
That's the choice you make, and that's the price you fucking pay. Like, I just had a premonition last night. That's when I started reminiscing last night. I'm
wondering if the guy in the radio is a Micmac and it's just dyslexic.
Stop, let a red light stop. Walk a flop, gonna flop, jabber walk, gonna cop. Mama said, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. I don't know, go ahead. Yeah, what you saying, what you saying. Getting back to the crib, big bucks, I'm only with a couple ribbons out of this, another one piece of shit. I just had a premonition last night. I just had a premonition last night. That's when I started reminiscing last night. All the homies stabbed me in my back twice. That's the choice you make, and that's the price you fucking pay. Like, I just had a premonition last night. That's when I started reminiscing last night. All the homies stabbed me in my back twice. That's the choice you make, and that's the price you fucking pay. Like,
I need 3 spoke rims.
Yeah.
For the car I don't own yet.
Yeah. Saskatoon, yeah, Saskatoon, Saskatoon, yeah, Saskatoon, 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 girl. Thinking about taking you out, me and you, shawty, yeah, finna get it on. I'm hot when I do my thing. You hot too when you do your thing. We hot when we do a thing, so let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. Riding down 8th Street, suckers wanna hate me, probably cause they see me sitting shawty with they ladies. I'm fly, should've known better. Everybody know that I'm a real go-getter. Go get your girl, go get your chick. See you do your thing, baby girl, with them hips. You an angel in disguise, you a devil in disguise. I'm a devil in disguise. We can get it on, girl. Come to my world, we can get the same topic. I show you things you never seen, girl, and I ain't stopping. We roll through the hood, everybody know me. Only 21 and I'm a real OG. Yeah, let me do my thing, I wanna hear you sing my song when I rap to it. Yeah,
Took a break from the game, went insane, now I'm back to it. Thinking about taking you home, me and you, shawty, yeah, finna get it on. I'm hot when I do my thing, you hot too when you do your thing. We hot when we do a thing, so let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do.
I wish I could really throw stuff out the window, but water balloons. A condom filled with water and put in the freezer for like 20 minutes. Not frozen solid, just enough that they know that they just got hit or almost hit with a condom full of water that was half frozen or whatever. Right out the fucking window. Splat.
My thing, I wanna do my thing, she wanna do a thing. Hop in the studio, bet I can make a sing. 306 represent a Saskatoon soldier, reppin' my city, man, but I thought I told ya. I'm fly, she fly too, and when it's time to ride, I know she gon' ride too. Why hide you? You a good girl, roll with me, you be living in a good world. Thinking about taking you home, like the way you do that, baby, girls get it on. Girl, I put it on for my city, man, and I'm a bad boy, like Diddy, man. Girl, come get your game check. Swear over the moment, baby, I ain't giving rain checks. And I'm all about my game, man. Get famous, that's the one and only game plan. Thinking about taking you home, me and you, shawty, yeah, finna get it on. I'm hot when I do my thing, you hot too when you do your thing. We hot when we do a thing, so let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing.
So what happens? So what if you keep paying the bank and the city, but not the condo corporation? What happens if everybody in a condo did that? And what actually happens? Here's Miguel, your cleaner. Goodbye, eh? We're gonna miss you, Miguel. Hello, Anansi. Well, if they keep paying the city's got no reason to cut off their water or any of that other shit. To pay the bank's not got no reason to try to repossess. What's the condo board going to do if everybody stops paying? They're going to spend the last of the money they have filing all the paperwork to register the liens against everybody's unit, and then what if nobody pays? Everybody needs a devil's advocate on their team.
Girl, you turn me up. Girl, you turn me on. Girl, you turn me up. Girl, you turn me on. Ain't nobody really do it like this. Ain't nobody really do it like this. Girl, you turn me up. Girl, you turn me on. Girl, you turn me up. Girl, you turn me on. Ain't nobody really do it like this. Ain't nobody really do it like this. Baby, let's get it. We already got it. Triple R reppin'. Swear I can't stop it. Rapping ain't a hobby. Rapping my life. You do this once a month. I do this every day and every night. Girls take flight. Fly like a G6. Go hit the club till I'm buck and I see six. Go meet some different women. Go sip a Patron. Go pot till I feel like taking someone home. Thinking about taking you home. Me and you, shawty, yeah, finna get it on. I'm hot when I do my thing. You hot too when you do your thing. We hot when we do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing. So let's do a thing, baby girl, yeah, let's do a thing.
You think you think you are, but I'm gonna tell you your shit. When we pull up with that 8 cars up the stolen cars, just couldn't repay cash in a different jurisdiction. What you say about that? Why does the beat do that? Why does it do that? Everybody else's beat does that, right? The sun is still up. There's no way the sun's not up in China right now. 9 in the morning.
Low rise. Slow rise. Drop it, drop it, drop it. Yeah. Low rise records, baby. It's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you feel it, it's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you're feeling the movement, it's like a movie, how I do it, steady pursuing this fictional plot. Blistering hot, rhyme a warrior pops. Each song is another trick for the fortified. United we stand, united we move, so fuck fall. I stay ahead of my game, ahead of my time. I feel the drive in my brain, you feel the force in my lines. This game make you green with the envy roll. Cause every bar I fucking write comes from my soul. I try my hardest just to lace these tracks with such grace. I often question myself just to see if it's a waste. Test myself sometimes past the limits of control, but do it all at any cost just to go and roll. Me, I gotta do it, and I'm heavily pursuing the stream. But every fucking time I do it, it seems it gleams past the road. Now I'm steadily taking out the fake. It's the LOWRYZE. Make the MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you're feeling the movement, no one head skills, but I proved them all wrong. Another sick script for another sick song. Now I'm rolling with the illest crew in all of Saskatoon, making hits, making tracks, gonna be famous soon. The tightest tracks you heard coming from low rise. Gotta please the people's taste, gotta feed their cries. E-Block, Saskatoon, that's a place, it's a curve. Cause to make it in this game, you can't be insecure. So many people tend to get lost in the tracks, and then nobody helps them and they don't bring it back. But when you hear these tracks, you'll feel right at home. It's for all the underdogs so they won't feel alone. Nevertheless, I put my rhymes to the test. Should I invest in the quest to becoming the best? Dreamcast and Derelict, bringing you another track, so just turn off your genre if it's something you can hack. It's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you feel the movement, it's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you're feeling the movement. I smoke chronic in hotbox cars, and I still choke writing 16 bars. There's proof of damage, many scars. Late at night writing under the stars. Fate fades of war, that's why I'm so hardcore. Found to be sold in stores. Me and Derelict, the definition of evil. Pierced to the feeble like the tip of a needle, the way my clothes hit people. I take stages, smear ink all over the pages. You want to battle, what the fuck are the wages? I'm serving baseless and violent outrages. Psychologists can't even case this. They say everything I write is tasteless. As time if anyone spends time to educate this, embrace this like I'm running a free-range circus. Everything I drop is surplus, serving its purpose. Like the Canadian military service, got you shaking nervous. Like there's a hole in your epidermis, no soul for the worthless. Go ahead and say my name, cursed it. Couldn't control it, had to disperse it, now my shirt's ripped. It's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you're feeling the movement, it's the LOWRYZE. Make your MCs freeze, bitch, believe me. You can only wish to do the things that we do in 306 stand up. If you're feeling the movement.
Hey, you know what? Let's make this an even number. I always got to reach. Let's make this one an even number. Think about this other one. This is the OG fit. How pretty.
I do this for my SG, ride a GZ, don't get right behind the scene, get behind my sipping on the G. The stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas ready with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, pour a talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dope, my nigga. For the dope, my nigga, never want this shit to end. Do this for my SG, ride a GZ, don't get right behind the scene, get behind my sipping on the G. Them hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas ready with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, pour a talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dope,
I got like this, see my nigga H10 stay strapped with the plastic racks and 6 sets. I'm broke cause my crocus bigger than move left. Still mother used to force on my block and protect. Now what's next? All I see is money in my vision. Homie, I take pictures when I'm spitting, me and them niggas different. We can never be the same, nigga. Snitch tryna blame it on niggas like what a shame. Gucci got niggas all back in my name, it's gon' hurt. When I'm not getting connected, you bring a few stops to be better if you stay in your lane.
I was raised by some old niggas that was considered slaves.
Anything goes for the dough, for the dough, for the dough, my nigga, I might have to get it in. For the dough, I'm about to go and get it in. I do this for my SG, ride a GZ, don't get right behind the scene, get it behind the sipping on the G. Them hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas ready with me, I be feeling trippy, flowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk for the night, pour a talk for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, my nigga. For the dough, my nigga, never want this shit to end. Do this for my SG, ride a GZ, don't get right behind the scene, get it behind the sipping on the G. Them hoes stay down when it's sticky, all my niggas ready with me, I be feeling trippy, blowing in the wind. The shorty wanna fuck for the night, pour a cup for this life. I feel I never want this shit to end. For the dough, I be taking risks. I make a piece of another take all of my paper quick. Get 24, they can tell me that I ain't shit. I ain't the fucking pussy niggas to be playing with. I spray the piss and I'm my SG, nigga. Everything within reach, I got my hands in position. But my pops told me aim for the stars.
that's where the money at. Run it back, got that semi-automatic. You don't want no part of that. You don't got your starter crack. Pull up in the whip, flash the trick, you got your motor back. Blowing up a powder rack. I don't like the sound of that. If you run up on the trap, faces on the belt to lap. You gon' need a shower cap, and you put a power nap. No sand in your hourglass, never, you ain't coming back.
Fuck you rappers, make me wanna catch a body quick. I beat my mom. Fuck you rappers, I don't bother, we the opposite. I beat my mom. Fuck you rappers, we ain't partners of conglomerates. I beat my mom. Fuck you rappers, make me wanna catch a body quick. I beat my mom.
Yes, that's the whole, I don't think you understand. It's the virus like
Stupid child, I think you heard. She's alone and number one. Hot stun, phone call, go summer. Hot bitches roll up, go bitches, so what? Know what? My flow's bucket, so sucker, so what? My nose up, your head down, no doubt about it. Make the bitch scream, make you wanna fall about it. Limo, I'll be up and out it. How you all up in the fire, shining like a star. They know who we are, they know who I am, motherfucker from the trace. They know who I am, motherfucker, get it close. I be so high, with the long push. Never need to worry, cause I get it by the bush, and I get it by the pound. You get it by the team, you be running around the town. At the same time, bringing one of them flesh. I get one and the rest of them. That's what people saying, I'm the best and all the best is on the way.
Sitting on the high grade, I don't think you understand. We're talking on the 30 seconds from now, there's going to be water rushing, and I am not on the ground floor. Not even close. Oh, that's how loud the speakers are. I'm not on the ground floor.
Sitting on the ground, haters wanna hate, they spots on the spot. Haters is snitches, they get popped on my block. Like everybody acting like they ain't got reactions. Like hustle on the block, I call it a transaction. Like you don't fuck with flat, I'm like, come on baby, back on the game, ain't over, this is still distraction. Like shit in the rock, I got cocaine, marijuana, shit don't stop. I get your teeth knocked out, if you're out on my block. I got the steel cock shout, if you ain't on top. And then the boys call me rich man, boys call me pretty boy, still on my hit man. I ain't talking shit at Georgia, listen to me right now. I up off the right way, keep on talking shit, and I'll be seeing you good night. Stupid child, try to check me, introducing to the clock. Suck my cock, tell the ladies that I love them. Chicks wanna get with me, so I think about them. I like fucking up and coming back with this sick shit. Girl be staring at me, watch I have around my neck. Quicker than you motherfuckers ever did. I'm hella sick, I'm high up in the sky. I'm like Mount Everest, to get back from me. So with the accuracy, step the fuck away. Don't do average shit, ain't no match to me. Ain't no fucking with a box like me, man. So how you fuckers looking at me like women? Woman haters, still a part of it. Fuck that shit, a part of it. I fucking started it. I said.
I want to rap bad things about the little rascal. Criminal bastard. They had a pit bull. They were multiracial. There were like 5 dudes and 1 girl. You tell me what the fuck is going on there.
Now sit your ass the fuck down and shut the fuck up.
I was going off on little boat trips one-on-one singing. What happens when the boat stays in the boat or something? Yeah, I've seen the show. I'm familiar with that propaganda.
I brag the mostest, cause I spit it hotter than toasters. Check my name out on all the posters. When I hit the stage, drinks hit the coasters. Women packed all the way to the 3rd row. We ain't in the strip club, but call it Perv Row. I don't know what you heard, ho. I'ma tell you straight, baby. I'm a cert pro, running game like a pimp bitch. Yeah, I'm running game with a limp bitch. The big dog gonna teach you some tricks, bitch. Get out there, catch a date and stack my chips, bitch.
All these fucking people got 16, let's say $65.
When you're resting, you would last week. Enjoy the past week. Mostly why our music's everlasting.
Trillium benefit.
Cut the beat in the back of the cruiser. Fuck the game up. Karma Sutra. In my Red Rover, I will run right through ya. Growl on the mic like a beast should. Go hard on the beat, think Clint Eastwood. Walking water, everybody knew he would. Written in the scriptures, always knew he could. On my own, Julius Caesar. Take away my world, I only need her. What you coming? Only wanna be heard. The Phoenix shall rise upon my return. Get the gas mask.
Kind of
Let me
like the
spark that.
X-Lax. I'm about to walk in.
I think we parked that.
Rappers, when you're resting, you would last week. Enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting. Get the gas mask from the past. Monthly rappers, when you're resting, you would last week. Enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
I go Coco, so loco. Whoop, whoop, no popo. Yeah, don't know. I'm so pro. Go so slow in a low. Twisted like Toto. Oh no, throwing game like Tony Romo. Even the G's love me, no homo. With the crew, that's a no-no. I'm hydro when I flow. When I flow, it's tidal. Surf the beat, watch my roll. Grab the mic, hit hard like Tybo.
Monthly rappers, when you're resting, you would last week. Enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting. Gas mask, monthly rappers, when you're resting, you would last week. Enjoy the past week. Must be why our music's everlasting.
6, 7. Oh, that was the local. Wagwan. Now what? The f Oh, the house is frozen. That's nice. I didn't click anything in there. Oh, for photos. No. No. Okay, what the fuck? Wait. So what's the explanation for why this just happened?
I be feeling trippy, glowing in the wind. The shorty wanna talk when the night fall apart when it's like I
till I never want to shit. Line for the dope, like this. You're my nigga HSS, shot with the black and
What the fuck is Chrome isn't responding? Bullshit. I'm gonna select wait since I'm looking. Oh, I can't select wait. Doing whatever the fuck you. Yeah, I did take that snapshot. Okay, can we get to fucking like something that has music attached, like close to where I'm pressing buttons to? I just find it hilarious that whatever entity does this spends 5 minutes at a time stopping me from what? Hearing a beat that I already got in my head? Like, what difference does it make?
Taps into it.
I'm gonna skip like 4 tracks at a time, so I have no fucking idea where the one I'm supposed to be.
Everything is connected to the song. Yeah,
That's weird. You're showing me with my mouth in a big circle and my eyes clamped shut like this. But the problem is my eyes are slanted like this, and it's at the doctor's office. I'm only referencing shit, bro. I'm just pointing that out to point out you got some kind of weird mental problem.
They just came out of the womb. They never speaking my truth. You never stepped in my shoes. They pulling up in the fuel. Niggas don't know what to do. They're taking out of the moon. I got my feet on the veins. We can be sipping all day. I got your blood in my veins.
I got your blood in my veins. Jesus, could like. This is forwards. Yeah. I'm literally just sitting here waiting for the GUI to come back online. Wow, we're not online anymore. I already know. We're not online anymore. 30 seconds. The chat's disconnected. Oh, well, it has a timestamp. It's always 10 minutes early. These things psychologically. Police force has a department dedicated. Remember, this is SoCal shit. To stopping me from hearing a girl's voice rapping. To the extent they skipped it back to a different track. Guess what? It's another bitch rapping, stupid. God, they hate that. They're so angry that I won't try again and share, like, what's my shit, partake, French.
Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Where you at? Hit me up with the money, with a stand.
with a broom, run it down, run it down, run it down. Double cup, double cup, double cup. So I got a couple racks today. Didn't think I'd make it, but I made it back today. Cashing out in the bank every day. Put in work, get paid. What my niggas said. Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Smoking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Smoking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Just got off the plane, juice all in my veins, 6 buzz in my name, no one out these flames. Fucking Friday night, I ain't playing no games. I'm that West End chick that was raised in the lane. And yeah, you won't believe it, yo, just raise the fee. They calling college, but they can't get a hold of me. Just because I'm writing BT, raise the bar for the C. If the work ain't clean, don't come for me. They show up before, but they don't wanna come around. I'ma ride this way, get the water right now. I'ma spark this place till the fire burn out. I'm before, but I'm outside now. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. I just wanna party, like I won the lottery. Fucking Friday night, where the fuck is everybody? I just wanna party, like I won the lottery.
Jumping out like Oscar the Grouch in the trash cans.
Like I'm the last of a dying breed. Twin hammers look like.
About to body this one, man. A murder too. Hey. This broke my catch up. I gave some 10,000 to life. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I did cooks, yeah. Talking like I let it rip, it won't be a first night in the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk, yeah. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I did cooks, yeah. Talking like I let it rip, it won't be a first, yeah. In the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk, yeah. All these fake niggas holler when I'm up, knowing when I start in my help, I don't give a fuck, call me on, pick it up, stomach like it's been rough. Niggas thinking we'll shoot, now bitch call my bluff. I'm chopping, I'm getting real hot. Then it's strap for the clean sport like I'm up. Extended clip with the huddles, that's in my lock. It's outside, read apart, that's where I rock. Outside, that's where I rock. Extended clip, hang the Glock. Dirty strap, cleans like I'm up. Hey. Coming out with the lava. Hey. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I didn't good. Sell cock up, I can let it rip, it won't be a first shot in the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk. Back in the day when a nigga had his burner, all these fake niggas acting like I didn't good. Sell cock up, I can let it rip, it won't be a first shot in the hood with my gun, niggas know I lurk.
They don't keep out of the materials because they save on the labor. I gotta explain this to you.
All I have in this world.
Jump in the water, just be that flow. Don't go against that flow. Just be that flow, just be that flow. Jump in that water, just be that flow. Don't go against that flow. Just be that flow, just jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Don't go against it, God. Just be that flow, jump in that water. Yeah. Be that flow, just be that flow. Be that flow, jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Yeah. Don't go against it. Be that flow, just be that flow. Don't go against it, be that flow. Jump in that water. Be that flow.
Slice a piece up in the Dutch pot. Curry chicken on the stove top. Shadow niggas from the stove top. Niggas talk by sending gunshots.
Fly action stuff from my pictures hood. The place run down, but it's shitting good. Shout out niggas had a drip for it. The shit's wet beyond drip blood.
Toronto born and raised. Toronto born and raised. They was never ready. Every single day you would be amazed. Living how we live, young niggas grinding stuck up in a maze. Told my nigga Charlie we can get this money making different ways.
We don't call it no shit, we ain't calling no bitch. But I got a full clip and I better than rich. I get you better with bit. And they get it with kids. You know that I flex niggas. Lift them up, how I bench niggas. Better get back on that defense, nigga. That is my not even stench, nigga. I guess we on the offense.
Charlie like Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Better listen on a mission, wishing. Hoping that we find a way to beat the competition.
Niggas switching, cotton picking, walk with bitches, talking different. You know, slipping back for business. Wait, let me slow it down. Still full circle, I go around. Wait,
never thought my city was a murder town. Ride like a dungeon dragon. Ran from the cops and my pants were hanging. Used to do dirt in a station wagon. Getting locked up in the station flagging.
3, I got the crazy magnum. Bringing out the beast like a Hugh Jackman. Join the team like some new draftsman. They get the rope, like how they do it, Hangman.
Jump in the water, just be that flow. Don't go against that flow. Just be that flow, just be that flow. Jump in that water. Just be that flow. Don't go against that flow. Just be that flow, just jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Don't go against it, God. Just be that flow, jump in that water. Yeah. Be that flow, just be that flow. Be that flow, jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow. Yeah. Don't go against it. Be that flow, just be that flow. Don't go against it, be that flow. Jump in that water. Be that flow.
Check 1, 2. City natives in the building. You know. Mic check 1, 2. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. Just play the drums and sample. I hop on the track, don't they kill the stage at every province that I'm at in. Don't you dare say my name, I'm probably gonna snap in. Leave your dad pissed like when your mommy's on the rag. I'm a zombie on the beat, walking with a swag. Y'all ain't louder than my team, yo, we got this in the bag like the bomb is sweet I smoke. I promise it is dope, but if you take a hit, then you're probably gonna choke. Yo, I'm off and I never pass to get a better blast. So tell beats and beat knots if they better match. Nah, I'm drinking, getting tipsy and I don't even drink, but watch me get turned like the whole weekend straight. Got so much knowledge, but I won't teach it. So don't give me your advice, cause I don't need it. Got that money in the bank, I'm about mine. Keep my fam close, it's a cold world outside. I had to get some bad habits that I once had. With the mind of an addict, I'm rapping where the blood's at. Smoking till my lungs hurt, high swear real low. Here to stimulate your mind, but I think you know it though. Diabolical style, symbolical child. The product of my environment, the future is now. Surrounded by the real south. Yeah, I know what we all about. Getting money, making these moves. I'm on the right route. Demonstrate, let me demonstrate how I murder it. The crime rate increases. Don't act like you ain't heard of it. I never tell you mine for a living. I'm no magician, no. I take my thoughts to one another level. Demolition wild with a rebellious style. I say it loud, word of my homie Buzz. I'm just an ill child. The enemy is the epitome of realness. I know you feel this. I'm just a boy, bass.
When it comes to rapping, I'm a motherfucking master
mastermind. Pack a mask and knife. Time to put these pussy rappers in the afterlife. I get the spasm when I grab the mic. It's the rappers evident, not in the passenger side. Well, bitches with no sweater or coat, in cold weather or dope. My flow's better than most. I'm so better for both. Let it go. It's here forever. I hope you know better.
4 minutes to do something that takes a second. What am I waiting for you for? Well, it's pretty obvious.
Time for war. Tonight we down in hell. Grab a night before. Never would have thought that if I slice a hole in the cord, so what we're trying to check it do. Ever since the day you started to show,
working is not working. Working is not working. What are you doing? System wide.
Just imagine when you're platinum all the cash against you. It's the last official savage on this planet that can spit the baddest damage. Slap you with
the songs are all downloaded in 30-second bites.
Every last will have to get you.
So how is it skipping?
Soccer hippopotamus in the box with an ostrich on top of your mom with a soft deck. Not enough from other oxygen to lives in my pocket. Drop kick to the drop, talking the wrong shit. Robbing the bomb bitch. Rocking some long johns and side off a cockpit. Ready to pop it off at your mom's kids, pop's bitch. Dogs, cousins, aunt, sis. If your uncle want to rumble, put a couple in his cranium. All I'm saying is I'm trouble.
Jump in the water. Speed
Yeah,
that
that's a
flow.
fucking exploit too. I just need something that's already in the memory so it doesn't load shit, because it's gonna take you 3 fucking minutes to do the next part.
City natives in the
That
building.
doesn't mean it's me compensating because of you. Go back to the last 400 videos. Things I've had to adjust different every fucking time.
Play the drums and sample. I hop on the track. Don't they kill the stage in every province that I'm at in. Don't you dare say my name. I'm walking with a swag. Y'all ain't louder than my team. Yo, we got this in the bag like the bomb is sweet as smoke. I promise it is so, but if you take a hit, then you're probably gonna jump.
Fast as fuck. Somehow my internet's disconnected, but I got all these links to that. What is actually red one?
I don't even drink, but watch me get turned like the whole weekend straight. Got so much knowledge, but I won't teach it. So don't give me your advice, cause I don't need it. Got that money in the bank, I'm about mine. Keep my fam close, it's a cold world outside. I had to keep some bad habits that I once had with the mind of fanatic. The rapping with a blunt set, smoking till my lungs hurt. High square real low, here to stimulate your mind, but I think you know it though. Diabolical style, symbolical child, the product of my environment. The future is now, surrounded by the real south. Yeah, I know what we all about. Getting money, making these moves, I'm on the right route. Demonstrate, let me demonstrate how I murder it. The crowd rate increases, the legend, you ain't heard of it. I levitate minds for a living. I'm no magician, no. I take my thoughts to one another level. Demolition cloud with a rebellious style. I say it loud, word of my homie Bonds. I'm just an ill child. The enemy is the epitome of realness. I know you feel this. I'm just a boy, babe.
When it comes to rapping, I'm a motherfucking mastermind. Pack a mask and knife. Time to put these pussy rappers in the afterlife. I get the spasm when I grab the mic. It's the rapping savage antichrist. The best rapper alive. The best rapper even after I die. I'm drinking and driving, hanging out in the passenger side. Well, bitches give me gas, I get the pressure my ride.
Reacting to NBA players sharing what the food is like inside the apostrophe bubble, yeah, you got 2 apostrophes there.
I'm so better for both. Let the goat is here forever. I hope you know better than the poet. So veteran, bro. More focused than I've ever been, yo. Let it be known, I got the medicine, the renders in your head in the rope. I show no love, it's the funk soul brother, got the flow so gutter, fucking hoes, no brother, killing newborn baby with a stone cold stunner. Time for war, tonight we down in hell, grab a knife and fork. Never would have thought that if I slice a whore down the spinal cord to a vagina, chuck a tiny corpse inside the floor, that they would find it. Now I gotta find a ride to the other side of the border. My mind has been out of order.
Toyota's hatchback SUV. Corolla Cross reportedly headed to Canada.
In the back again, this rapping shit is simple. Grab a pad, a pen, a pencil, rap about the shit you been through. Get the snapping on an instrumental. Just imagine when you're platinum, all the cash against you. It's the last official savage on the planet.
You know the first hybrid vehicles were the modern ones? They were 4x4 diesel pickup trucks.
Every last will have to get you. Promise I'm unstoppable.
That's not what you got.
Hippopotamus in the box with an ostrich on top of your mom with a soft deck. Not enough from other options in the logics in my pocket. I'm drop kicked in the job for talking the wrong.
Jump in the water.
The EV one.
Speed that flow.
Don't go against that
Recall
flow.
that one that anybody
Speed that
owned
flow.
one.
Speed that flow. Jump in that
Serious
water.
story.
Speed that flow.
You get so
Don't go against
stupid.
that flow. Speed that flow. Just jump in that water. Speed that flow. Just speed that flow. Jump in that water. Be that flow, just be that flow.
Oh, and of course, you don't listen to nothing I tell you.
Be that flow, jump in that water.
Canadian troops forced to hitch ride with British military to and from Latvia. What are you for?
Be that flow, jump in that water.
The British military owes us some favors. Don't fucking shut up and go.
Be that flow, be that flow. Don't go against it, be that flow. Jump in that water, be that flow.
Slice a piece up in the Dutch pot. Curry chicken on the stove top. Shout out niggas from the stove top. Niggas talk but sending gunshots.
I fly Aki sauce from my pictures hood. The place run down with the shit from good. Shout out niggas out of drip for it. The shit's way beyond crip blooded.
Toronto born and raised. Toronto born and raised. They was never ready. Every single day you would be amazed. Living how we live, young niggas grinding stuck up in a maze. Told my nigga Charlie we can get this money making different ways.
We don't call it no shit. We ain't calling
I don't see any British
but I
troops in
got a
the
full clip
picture.
and I better go rich. Better a bit. And they get it with kids. You know that I rap niggas. Lift them up how I
No,
bitch.
you
Niggas better get back
soldiers,
on that
you can't
defense.
see 'em 'cause the
That is
fucking
not even stench figure. I
uniform
get
is
you on the
fucking
offense.
Sounded like Jordan, Scottie Pippen. Better listen on a mission, wishing, hoping that we find a way to beat the competition.
Niggas snitching, cotton picking, walk with bitches, toxic different. You know, slipping back for business. Wait, let me slow it down. Still full circle, I go around.
Never thought my city was a murder town. Rah, like a Dungeon Dragon. Ran from the cops and my pants were hanging. Used to do dirt in a station wagon. Getting locked up in the station flagging.
On 3, I got to raise the magnum. Bringing out the beast like I'm Hugh Jackman. Join the team like some new draftsmen. They get the rope like how they do in Hangman.
Jump in the water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Jump in that water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, just jump in that water. Speed
There's
that
also
flow,
going to be
speed that
testing and
flow.
temperature checks for all players and associates. And while safety is the main
Associates.
focus for players visiting,
Whoa, what's an
freedom
associate?
to move around is another major concern.
They had to make arrangements so that the players could have a place to even go for a walk outside, but at the same time not be exposed to fans, enthusiastic fans who want to be around. And
Nobody.
so,
When the fuck does that ever
It
happen?
would work out,
You
allow them to
moron.
have that freedom.
This is Toronto. We don't like
And
those
unfortunately, fans,
motherfuckers.
you will not be
If
able
they
to
get in
attend
our
the
way on the
games
sidewalk,
as
we'll
well
shoot
for
them
safety
in the
of your own
fucking
home,
face.
so you and the players don't get COVID-19.
Just so your mouth can try, but not open the box.
Play out here, Sportsnet's
Not
Colin
clear.
Tuskey.
Don't
No
blow
matter how you
yourself.
look at it, this NHL season will go down as one of the most memorable to date. The league and its players reaching a new collective bargaining agreement. This means all NHL teams will leave their home markets on July 26th and arrive in Toronto and Edmonton to complete the 2019-2020 season. The league expects the season to take no longer than 62 days to complete and will begin their best-of-5 playoff series on August the 1st. Another sticking point throughout this process was player participation in the Winter Olympics, which does look to be getting the green light to allow players to play in the upcoming 2022 Olympic Games, as well as the Olympic Games in 2026. From Sportsnet 5-9 The Fan, I'm Colin Tuskey.
680 News Time 936. The infamous kingpin of the Musitano crime family is dead. 2 others were injured in a shooting this afternoon in Burlington. 680's Mark Douglas is at the scene.
Gunfire in broad daylight has left Hamilton mobster Pat Musitano dead in a parking lot in Burlington. It happened on Plains Road East near King Road just after 1 in the afternoon. Musitano's body was left lying there close to a large black SUV. Norm lives nearby. He heard the violence unfold.
10 or 12 shots. I didn't know what it was. I thought it was construction. So I looked out my window and I didn't see nothing. I lived right beside the school. And then my wife came home and told me somebody got shot across the road.
Fulton Regional Police now confirm Musitano's death and say there is only one suspect who fled the scene. They're looking for a newer model gray 4-door sedan that is similar to an Infiniti Q50 with a sunroof.
Well,
Police
what do you
say
mean
this vehicle
similar
has
to? What the
fresh
fuck
damage
does that
on the
mean?
driver's side around the doors. In Burlington, I'm Mark Douglas.
And a violent day in Scarborough.
It's not a
with
great
two
Toyota with
separate
3 bullet holes
shootings
in it, is
tonight.
it?
Gunfire showering the windows of a home at Parma
Oh,
Court
good
and
luck,
Victoria
Johnson.
Park Avenue. No injuries reported. Police are canvassing the neighborhood right now. Meantime, earlier this afternoon, outside a busy shopping mall, a man was shot, suffering serious injuries. 680's Michelle Mackey reports.
The victim remains in hospital following the shooting outside the west entrance to the mall. Inspector Paul
No, you
Raybrock
gotta
says
call it by
shots
the
rang
number.
out just after 2 p.m.
Police arrived on scene and located a 26-year-old male who had sustained one gunshot wound to the abdomen area. That male has been transported to hospital.
The abdomen area. I bet after two's like, why did I say area?
Non-life-threatening condition.
It's unclear at this time whether or not this was a targeted shooting, and police have not provided
They
suspect
hit
descriptions.
something.
Now, no reported injuries or victims were reported in a separate shooting just after 4 p.m. near Don Mills in Eglinton. After locating multiple crime scenes, including a vehicle with several bullet holes, police have deemed this a drive-by. Investigators are looking for a male suspect driving a black SUV last seen eastbound on Rochford Drive. I'm Michelle Mackey.
680 News Time 938. Mother Nature could finally be giving Toronto and the GTA a little bit of relief from the ongoing heat warning that's been in place for over a week now. 680's Madison Fitzpatrick joins us live with a look ahead. Madison.
And Scott, the GTA might finally get a break from the scorching heat we've been having. 680's weather specialist Denise Andriachi says thunderstorms this weekend will break this heat wave. The thunderstorm activity that we are expecting is going to slice through this high heat and will tap back into more seasonal air through the weekend. Although it is going to be somewhat unsettled this weekend into Saturday, we've got this chance of showers and thunderstorms, and then some more wet weather is possible on Sunday. Temperatures near seasonal, the 26, 27 degrees for daytime highs here in the city for Saturday and Sunday. Now, keep in mind, if it's still too hot for you, Torontonians can cool off at all the city's 140 splash pads and 56 outdoor swimming pools are now open, and Toronto beaches are also open, including the Fort Toronto Island Park beaches. Always stay tuned to traffic and weather together on the Ones for your latest weather updates. Reporting live, I'm Madison Fitzpatrick. Now the 680 News gas price update, and Pro predicts the price will drop 1 cent at midnight to 107.9 cents a liter at most GTA stations.
Trust 680 News for
Where
what
the
you
fuck
need
did
to
she
know
learn
on
it
the
from?
coronavirus.
Listen 3, 4,
Oh yeah, that's the other thing they do with China. They scam radio waves from everywhere.
Play 680 News on your smart speaker.
Now, Cottage Country Traffic. Here's Christine Legos.
And this report is brought to you by ExploreNet Internet. Well, not a lot doing on the major routes if you're heading towards Cottage Country, such as Northbound 400. I'm just having a look at that. It's still in great shape. If you were traveling up towards the Barrie area, really, there are no delays. Just heard from a traffic spotter who reports that heading towards the Barrie area didn't even tap on the brakes. It's running quite smoothly. Be sure you're careful on your drive if you're closer to home, because we do still have rain in many areas, so you do want to take it easy and drive cautiously. Or then Highway 11 at Bracebridge at Alpine Branch Road down to a single lane, and that's for sinkhole repairs. But otherwise, not causing a big delay through Aurelia, Gravenhurst. Bracebridge is looking good. Westbound 401 at Holt Road, there's construction in the left lane to be aware of. But eastbound 401, no troubles if you're heading out to the Durham region and beyond. As you make your way all the way towards the Big Apple, really no slowdowns. Northbound 115 at Highway 7 is down to a single lane with additional repairs. And Dufferin Road 124, that's still closed between Shumpert and St. Hampton because of a serious collision. With Cottage Country traffic on the 9, I'm Chrissy Legos.
Accelerate your internet with ExploreNet LTE service now with unlimited
Look at the fucking weather. What the fuck was that? What happened to the fucking weather? Well, they reversed it this time. He was just giving the traffic. No, it's your fucking name. Every time they say Legos, I think
be that flow, just be that flow, be that flow, jump with that water, be that flow, be that flow, don't go against it, be that flow, be that flow, don't go against it, be that flow, jump with that water, be that flow. Slice a piece up in the Dutch pot, curry chicken on the stove top, shout out niggas from the stove top, niggas talk but sending gunshots. That's why I keep something from my pictures up, the place run down but it's shifting good, shout out niggas had a drip for it, the shit's wet beyond crip blooded. Toronto born and raised, Toronto born and raised. They was never ready every single day, you would be amazed.
Living how we live, young niggas grinding stuck up in a maze. Told my nigga Charlie, we can get this money, make it different ways.
We don't call it no shit, nah, we ain't calling no bitch. But I got a full clip and I bet it'll rip. I get better with bit, and they get it with kids. You know that I sex niggas. Lift them up, how I bitch niggas. Better get back on that defense, nigga. Daddy's gonna not leave a stench, nigga. I guess we on the offense.
Charlie like Jordan, Scottie Pippen, better listen on a mission, wishing, hoping that we find a way to beat the competition.
Niggas snitching, cotton picking, walk with bitches, talk is different. You know, slipping back for business. Wait, let me slow it down. Still full circle, I go around. Wait,
never thought my city was a murder town. Ride like a dungeon dragon. Ran from the cops and my pants were hanging. Used to do dirt in a station wagon. Getting locked up in the station flagging.
03, I got to raise the magnum. Bringing out the beast like a Hugh Jackman. Join the team like some new draftsmen. They get the rope like how they do in Hangman.
Jump in the water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Jump in that water, speed that flow. Don't go against that flow. Speed that flow, just jump in that water. Speed that flow, just speed that flow. Jump in that water. Speed that flow, speed that flow. Don't go against it, God. Speed that flow, jump in that water. Be that flow, be that flow, be that flow, jump in that water, be that flow, just be that flow, don't go against it, be that flow, be that flow, don't go against it, be that flow, jump in that water, be that flow.
Check, 1, 2. City natives in the building. You know. Mic check 1, 2. Alright, let's get it. Yeah. Just play the drums and sample. I hop on the track. Don't they kill the stage at every province that I'm acting? Don't you dare say my name, I'm probably gonna snap in. Leave your dad pissed like when your mommy's on the rag. I'm a zombie on the beat, walking with a swag, yelling louder than my team. Yo, we got this in the bag like the promise we that I promise that it's dope, but if you take a hit, then you're probably gonna choke. Yo, I'm lost and I never pass to get a better flash. So tell beats and beat not that they better match. Now I'm drinking, getting tipsy, and I don't even drink, but watch me get turned like the whole weekend straight. Got so much knowledge, but I won't teach it. So don't give me your advice, cause I don't need it. Got that money in the bank, I'm about mine. Keep my fam close, it's a cold world outside. I had to get some bad habits that I once had. With the mind of an addict, I'm rapping with a punch at. Smoking till my lungs hurt, high spread real low. Here to stimulate your mind, but I think you know it though. Diabolical style, symbolical child. The product of my vibe, and the future is now. Surrounded by the real south. Yeah, I know what we all about. Getting money, making these moves, I'm on the right route. Demonstrate, let me demonstrate how I murder it. The crime rate increases, don't let me, you ain't heard of it. I never tell you mine for a living. I'm no magician though. I take my thoughts to one another level. Demolition wild with a rebellious style. I say it loud, word of my homie Bonds. I'm just an ill child. The enemy is the epitome of realness. I know you feel this. I'm just a boy beat.
When it comes to rapping, I'm a motherfucking mastermind. Pack a mask and knife. Time to put these pussy rappers in the afterlife. I get the spasm when I grab the mic. It's the rapping savage Antichrist. The best rapper alive. The best rapper even after I die. From drinking and driving, hanging out in the passenger side. Well, bitches give me ass, I get the pressure my ride. My flow is nutty, I'm cold and hungry. My body is phony, nose is runny. I'm broken, blow me your gold. Get it with no sweater or coat. In cold weather, I'm dope. My flow's better than most, I'm so fed up for most. Let up the gold is here forever, I hope you know better than the road is so veteran, bro. More focused than I've ever been, yo. Let it be known, I got the medicine, the redder than your head in the rope. I show no love, it's the funk soul brother. Got the flow so gutter, fucking hoes, no rubber. Kill a newborn baby with a stone cold stunner. Time for war, tonight we down in hell. Grab a knife and fork, never would've thought that if I place a whore down the spinal cord to a vagina, chuck a tiny corpse inside the floor, that they would find it. Now I gotta find a ride to the other side of the border. My mind has been out of order since I was not a resorted to doing crime with homies. Ever since the day decided to show me Yo, what's happening in the back again? This rapping shit is simple. Grab a pad and pen, a pencil, rap about the shit you've been through. Get the snapping on an instrumental. Just imagine when you're platinum, all the cash it gets you. It's the last official savage on this planet that can spit the baddest damage. Slap you if you have an issue. Cast the casket past the pistol. Ambulance will have to get you. Promise I'm unstoppable, flawless. Sock a hippopotamus in the boss with an ostrich. On top of your mom with a soft dick. Not enough from other oxys and Dilaudid in my pocket. I'm drop kicked in the jaw for talking the wrong shit. Bob with the bomb, bitch. Rocking some long johns, a sawed off a cockpit. Ready to pop it off at your mom's kids, pops, bitch. Dogs, cousins, aunt, sis. If your uncle wanna rumble, put a couple in his cranium. All I'm saying is I'm trouble and I play to win. Ain't no way that you can take away the rage of me. So much anger, I'm a patient, going crazy then. I tell myself to stay my lane and play the game. I'm breaking in and taking everything. And I ain't taking shit. I'm waiting for my Mercedes, 180 acres of blunt with a slut that made it. I'm up, but I'm underrated, you motherfuckers. Better run or I'm running over you. I'm fucking gonna make it.
I'd like to dedicate this to the Federal Institution of the Dominion of Canada. I'll tell you to own knives, dumbass. It's your fault. Owning knives, like crazy people, and that's your fault. You did that, stupid. This is the Pink Island.
There's nothing you can do that make me run away from this clash, yeah. This clash, yeah. And there is no DJ can put the competition to danger. 4, 3, 2, 1, it's slacking. Jack, Glock 43 safe for the package. They get their views up and then they take advantage. We kill it for the inside, baby. Miscarriage for the cabbage. Wrestle a savage, get a bandage. Niggas could have managed. Suplex on the canvas. I'm Randy Savage. You know that's a work of art. Still a work, my niggas slide when you work the parks on parts. Have the hat that way from the point that days. So freeze with a card that slave. Don't watch my age, just watch when I pop my case. I fight engaged when niggas wouldn't watch them ways. I'm not amazed at y'all. Talking Panthers, chop for drain. That nigga we been spot the place and drop the strays. So this trap that I got in case. It's like a hurricane. The niggas gotta rock the place. So what my dudes now? It's like my dudes they've been doing now. When you stop, get it like a U-Haul and move round. Kids got my music in class, spreading the schools down. The demon killed Jesus, get some king of the Jews now. A shot blast, it was blasphemous. Lift this piece off, Jesus, what's the Nazareth? You getting money, we gon' tax them all. We can slap the back of boy, nigga, like a racquetball. Bike crash, nigga still rapping when I had cracked my jaw. Got a new strap to the body I can practice on. You niggas make this easy, call Keezy. Niggas disrespecting their set, she get TT. Couldn't take a shit on this paper, it's not TP. Broke a fucking arm up, told me to drink green tea. I gotta couldn't wash these bags. I got an AR in this hockey bag. See, that's the most basic. When I step out the matrix, try to give you a playlist. I put that on my handkerchief. I'm from a gang of Crips. Donkey Kong when they're banging off a banana clip. LL when a nigga getting that cannabis. Worst out whenever they beating niggas on cameras. We transport weight, it's grams on a scale top. The word looks strong enough to bribe or have your bell product. Fuck house arrest and go visit you with the bell cops. You're not home, I promise that you gon' see what that bell does. For the projects, then you gon' get the concept from couple of things.
Okay, I'm just gonna point out two things. AR is small, a hockey bag is huge. That's one. Two, how are you nodding off from the Dilaudid's and Oxys in your pocket? I'm high, but I'm not that high.
In the rocket in the complex.
No story. No need to story up. We all started up and the story got posted up. Canadian forces could not determine the source of the rocket launcher. Which means it wasn't theirs.
Yo.
And it probably wasn't American or British.
Check it. Yo. Don't give me 10 seconds to battle you back, bitch.
Oh, that's right. Maybe flip all over the world. There's a whole lot of places it could have come from.
But you heard of me before. Never like the one the second rappers keeping it in store. I'ma keep it on lock. My lip locks like a Glock. I pop shots on my tongue and I'ma leave your ass shot. I lacerations drop the throat from the mic board. You wanna come at me and claiming that you're hardcore. I battle rap and victimize you fucking whack MCs. So don't come at me cause I'm like a venereal disease. Leave you sticking like the clap from Eddie gonorrhea. You don't wanna fuck with the shit because I'll see you to your deathbed. Off the shit that I said, off the shit that I spit off my head, leaving you a dread that
lock like the hairstyle. While I stay so fire with my profile. I mean, I lock it up down with my cerebral. While all you and your people been acting like you're so evil. But you ain't bad at all. You need a slap across the jaw. Go back and roll. Cause claiming shit that you ain't never done before. You're claiming that you're grimy and gritty and hardcore and roll. But I think that you learn hardcore with scare bands. And I don't care that I don't really play fair. I'm here to battle you. Start a cipher and spark it. Or else I'm gonna have to jack you up and rob your pockets. Rob your wallets. Don't know what you want to call it. Being a victimized game when this team is how we stole it. We stolen on the streets and invading the homes and kicking out fucking laws and putting guns to the domes. I'm a hypocritical cat who used to stuff packs. Now I slang crack. No, I don't slang crack because I'm hypocritical because I said it was so bad. Now I'm sitting here and I'm acting oh so mad, but I'm oh so glad. At the same time, my brothers be making money, but it gets off the packs and that ain't damn funny. Seeing the wake up in the fucking all, seeing people running like, oh my god, like what we gonna do? Our kids be getting stabbed up. Age of 12, like yo, let's get this cash up and get this cash up and take them out. Cause we need to band together and get the fakes out. The negativities of life are helping me focus on everything else, not the positives. So let's go on and just flow. I'ma keep it on the mic, just flow. And I'ma keep it on the mic and just flow. And I'ma keep it on the mic. All your fake ass slurs of life, and let's go. I'ma keep it on the mic. And I'ma keep it on the mic and just go. And I'ma keep it on the mic. I'ma keep it on the mic.
Hey, Tino on both sides. Man, it's easy on the mic with you now, man. Straight to Holly. You know what the clues to that? Yo. We them souls, nigga, won't fuck around. We them souls, let them fuck around. Let them fuck around. Yo.
Nigga, what it is? Nigga, what it done? Talking all that shit, man, ain't even stepping the paint. You niggas be trying to be what you niggas really ain't. We put up all that noise like we driving in the tank. Got a couple kids, when they really see you, they gon' play. Hit them with the real steppers when we spot you on flank. They gon' get your ass wet, and I ain't talking about no saints. Got the AK-47 when I shoot it.
Who would put their ass in a sink? I don't think we consider the source speech knowledge of all the words we use on a daily basis.
I'm just riding around town, shooting 100 rounds. I got them trees, yeah, you know I got them pounds. We them Zoes, nigga, won't fuck around. Now what you saying, Jay? I got a chopper, best believe you gon' be laying this. When I pull up, we gon' live valley cranes it. Got them drippers, got them choppers, yeah, we spraying shit. Yeah, and you know I got the Mac, niggas send the fucking addict. We can shoot up where you rock, that's so down the blow, down the pole in your cap. You be on the go, but when it's smoke, we gon' tap. We gon' tap. And that's for sure, y'all. You gon' get smacked. You already know, y'all. She fuck with me, cause I'm a soldier. And I keep that 40 tuck like I'm a soldier.
And we straight soldiers in this shit, you feel me, man? Fuck y'all niggas out there, man. Y'all think about some real shit, man. Fuck niggas, bro. Man, I run up on a real soldier. I ain't settle everything.
I'm in the game, so you know I got it stick. Shoot you on your shit, my niggas down and let it roll. Run around Palm Beach with that bitch on my hip. The next nigga got an issue, they goes down and take a trip. This ain't no game, no, this ain't no game. We be really clutching, yeah, we got them things. Nigga, you can't hang cause you the fucking lame. And if I catch you slipping, we gon' shoot you in your fucking brain. We ain't aiming at nothing, but you don't. Like, nigga, leave me alone before I hop out with the chrome. Get all these hundreds, nigga, I don't need no loan. And if you rapping with no action, we gon' pull it to your home.
Man, y'all ain't ready for this shit. You feel me, man? Shout out to everybody out here in Palm Beach, you feel me? Straight easy on this bitch.
Dreamcast. We beat them schizo kids. We beat them schizo kids. Hey yo. I hold a murderous mind, it's dark and twisted and blind, and meant to define. There's a grim reaper around, the dark matter master, spit natural disasters, lust for bone fractures, and blood plasma flash. I'm the one you don't get to play with, cause I'll finish ya. Sick in the cerebral, insanely relinquish ya. Flurry of pain and verbs of rebuttal context, to flex rigors, sharp syllables and slice necks, and step to a beat, and step with the rhythm. I beat that ass like a beat when the bass starts hitting. My personality's hitting, so which one is it? Got 7 homies in the brain, including derelict. Stone cold hard with the go hard drive. Stone slow smash with these old so cold lines. I'm the lifeline and I'm the life that cause death every time I spit. When I do them schizo kids, you know who this is. Dreamcast, Philly D, and the terror lit. Lyrics of lunatic, spirits of psycho shit. Misunderstood shit, shivering when we spit. Go ahead and run your mouth, go ahead and talk your shit. Make the shit straight season, gon' get your ass hit. Lyrics of lunatic, spirits of psycho shit. You know who this is, we be the schizo kids.
When I'm writing these words and when I cite these words, just tell me what you have heard because it isn't absurd. And when I'm spitting these lines, I get poetic at times, so don't be fighting my rounds, so don't be snapping these lines. For all the lost in your souls who've given up on the goals because their life's full of holes, don't let your heart get too cold. Just keep a smile on your face because hate is such a waste. You don't want to end up chained and be the one with the blame. I'm just killing these counts when I'll be spitting these raps and I'll be done with these facts. You think they're better than that. When I've been fighting this case, I'll leave you all in a daze with all the words that I say just can't be taken away. I look at you like you're not the only one who's on top. You really need to just stop and get the hell off your rock. Maybe we're all just like you, don't really want to be rude, but you're just killing the mood and you're not gonna get through.
We beat them schizo kids, you know who this is. Dreamcast, Philly D, and the terror lit. Lyrics of lunatic, spirits of psycho shit. Misunderstood shit, shivering when we spit. Go ahead and run your mouth, go ahead and talk your shit. Make the shit straight season, gon' get your ass hit. Lyrics of lunatic, spirits of psycho shit. Yes, you know who this is, we be them schizo kids. Yo, I'll snap your shit and have to watch you blink in your rooms. Hearing my dementia rap fast and killing your gun. Sick in the head, I'm the grim ninja, but cheaper. I punch you in the eye through the motherfucking speaker. The voices in my head erupt and explode. Stuck here spitting another schizophrenic episode. Looking for the rustiest blade that I can find, and I'll pound it in your skull, putting holes through your mind. I'll kick you in the jaw and shatter it with my toe cap. Bones in your face left looser than a horse flap. While you're on the floor, convulsed, struggling to breathe. Watch me cut off your air with strands your girl's weed, and drag you by your desecrated face into the kitchen. And fucking beat you with the pan so you start twitching. By the sounds of the shit, I should be in the mob. I'm a lunatic for murdering MDs is my job. We do shit.
What the fuck just happened here?
18 on both sides. Man, it's easy on the mic, but you know, man.